It's all good.
Yeah, no, she's actually at work this evening. Thank God. She'll be wandering back and forward talking to me. It's actually really convenient. She's at work tonight and tomorrow night.
Oh, nice. All planned.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good actually. Actually, she's not at work tomorrow night. She's at a work party, so that's just ideal. Because she can be like, "Oh, do you mind if I go to this work party tomorrow night?" And I'm like, "You know what? I think I can let you do that. I can take the hit."
You owe me one though. You got. She owes you.
Exactly.
She owes you.
And I'm like, "But on Sunday we got to do something because I'm making a big sacrifice."
Well played. Well played.
Yeah, no, right. You gotta use this stuff. Right, where the hell is my StarCraft? Oh boy.
Okay, I think I'm online. I'm not sure.
Oh, you got another minute to figure it out.
Oh, wait,
while
I can see. Yes, I can see the stream. Okay, this is good.
How on this crazy launcher do you see where your StarCraft directory is? Got down MCA64.
What? Have you tried C program files?
No, because I might have the bootleg version.
Oh, I see. Oh,
I may or may not have the
Elegant.
bootleg version. I'm not confirming any rumors here. Although in my defense, I bought like 20 versions ever since 1997 or so, but I've just systematically lost them all.
Dude, my legit version is currently the one that came on the key in the StarCraft 2 like collector's edition thing.
Really?
Cause I like won that in a tournament in a LAN or something, and it came with that. I was like, oh, sweet! It's like my first legit copy of Rudor.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. You won a tournament.
Or I think I got like third place or something. Yeah, with some LAN.
That's still pretty good. Oh my god, I cannot find my StarCraft directory anywhere.
I'm gonna try to figure out what's up with my latency thing. Hold on, let me restart my Broodor. I'm like,
yeah,
God, this is loud.
Go for it.
Who's this? No, that's not right.
Other people watching our meltdown.
I see Zaraki. What's up, dude?
Hey, Zaraki.
Dude, Zaraki, I heard Preddy beat you 2-1 or something. It's okay, I still love you though, Zaraki.
Yeah, that's Zaraki. You may have lost the game, but it's alright because Sayle thinks it's okay. That's pride.
I have allowed it.
Okay, this is actually getting ridiculous.
Do I like latency changer? Is there like some Chaos Launcher setting that I need to set?
I don't know. Maybe it's the... I don't know. Oh, do you use Chaos Launcher?
Yeah.
Just use the MCA launcher, it'll do it for you.
Dubious.
Or are you morally opposed?
I'm morally opposed.
He is a bit of a douche, but...
Oh wait, I got green bars now. Wait, let's see if this works. Okay, go.
Oh, hang on, are you actually...
I've remade the game.
Working?
Can you join?
Are you kidding me? I've just found my StarCraft directory.
Wait, so this might not work though. I didn't actually change anything.
Yeah, whew, it doesn't work. Thank God. Okay.
What do you thank God? It doesn't work.
I don't know.
Good thing this shit's still broken.
Because my workaround is now still valid. Otherwise, I'm just doing this for nothing. Okay, right. Replays. There we go. It's happening. Extract.
What the hell?
I'm gonna host up.
Why is my latency fucked? No.
Alright.
This is terrible.
It is terrible.
Maybe I just need to like open ports on my computer or something. Let me like go to my firewall.
Shall I just do the games in the order they are in the file?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just go with that. Okay, I've hosted. I'll tell you in secret what the name is.
That is some super secret name right there.
I know. You wouldn't guess it.
Steve Man would not have figured that one out.
Only those closest to me. Yeah, that one.
Why do I have 2 rules for StarCraft? Allow the connection.
Just in case.
Oh, is one of these inbound and one outbound or something? No, these are both
Probably.
inbound. Oh, one is UDP, one's TCP, okay. Where's my outbound rules? StarCraft.
You don't have any anti-hack.
Huh?
No anti-hack.
Yeah, it's because I'm using Chaos Launcher instead of Ice Cube Launcher.
Oh, I see. I see. We should probably do a bit of this. Hello, viewers, people through the internet. You are currently watching the Brood War Open Heat Round Robin Day 4. And when I say that, you're watching the sneak peek behind the scenes, Elegant and Sayle kind of trying to... Oh, it displays the game name and password right there on your stream. God damn it.
Wait, you didn't realize this would happen?
No,
What?
I didn't take this into account.
What the? Dude, I thought you were... Dude, I thought that entire conversation was just sarcasm.
No.
Because you realized that this would be the case. What the hell, dude? Oh, nice job, Elegant.
Oh my god.
The fails, man, the fails.
But nobody knows what it means still. So it's okay. Well, not really. Anyway, to continue what I was saying before, you're watching the Brood War Open Heat Behind the Curtain precast cock-up hosted by Sayle and Elegant, in which we try and make things work.
Wait, I'm gonna try again.
Yeah.
Alright. I don't see why this would have done anything, but I've added a firewall rule for Brood War. That's blocking. Yeah, it probably doesn't do anything. Wait, what's my... Alright, I got green bars.
Sweet.
But I had green bars before and then it changed. Alright, can you join?
Oh, okay. Let me have a look. Where are you? Yeah, I can join.
Huh. So it was a firewall issue. That's weird.
That is strange.
Actually, no, that's not weird at all. I'm just an idiot.
Oh.
I guess because it's a peer-to-peer connection, it's like, it makes complete sense, actually. Huh. Go figure. Well, fixed it. Done.
Love
Easy money. Alright, I think that means we can start. Or would you like to finish your dinner first?
No, it's just I have some leftover carrots and hummus, so I'm just chowing down.
Nice. Carrots and hummus,
and
guys.
get this, I made the hummus myself, so it's just
No way!
It's really easy. Just like put chickpeas, lemon juice, tahini, and some olive oil in a blender and whiz it all up. And voila! You have hummus.
Dude, you just like made all 10 of our fangirls swoon. You're gonna get some PMs on TL soon.
I can't wait.
Nice.
I'll be checking that during the game.
Nice. All planned, guys. All planned.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
yeah.
we can start now. Okay.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Round Robin Day 4, which was supposed to happen last Sunday, except we were both unavailable. So it didn't happen. But it's happening now. So yeah, there you go. And this is the Brood War Open Heat. And there will be 8 games today, I believe, because one of the round robin games wasn't played, but I'm told it wouldn't have mattered in the standings. Which game was that again? It was...
I wish I can remember. I can check.
Okay, I can't find it. I think it might have been Zero versus Julia or something. I'm pretty sure one of the players was Zero. Anyway, one of the games didn't happen, so we got 8 games today. And
it's Koost versus Zero.
Koost, that's the one. Koost versus Zero. Alright, whatever. So yeah, so that game won't be happening, but we'll do the other remaining 8 games today. And then tomorrow, we will do the entire playoffs in one go. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So you guys should check that out. And yeah, so let's go into game number 1, which I believe is DNMax versus Lancer X, a PvP to get warmed up, which is good. Oh, it's good times.
Yes, it's going to be good.
All right, so here we go. Game number 1.
Let's do this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Following the sound of the countdown, we begin tonight's epicness. Brood War Open Heat joy coming at you. To begin with, IFU's Must, of course, more commonly known as Lancer X, to some, versus the upstart of the tournament, Mr. Dianmax. On Fighting Spirit, this is going to be PvP. Top right-hand corner, we have Dianmax spawning in as the purple Protoss, and in the bottom right-hand corner, we have IFU's Must spawning in as the yellow Protoss. Oh, it looks like Lancer X has just been waiting for this moment.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Hold, Elegant, we gotta abort mission.
No.
We gotta abort. I just aborted the mission. My replay blocker wasn't actually blocking the replay bar. What? Okay, hold on, wait. I thought I enabled the plugin. Alright guys, hold on. Rego.
This is just unprofessional.
Wait. Hold on, wait. Look, I've got Storm plugin, man. Is that not the thing? Oh shit, I didn't check hide replay progress. Whoops. Wait, what's unchipped hotkeys? What does that do? Okay, I'm not French, so I'm not gonna bother with that.
About it right now. I can't even imagine what that
Wait, now hold on, let me click all this other stuff, like is this other stuff important? Okay, wait, no, that's got no config. Wait, what's in here? Disable Windows key? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll disable caps lock too. That seems really good.
That's really
Oh wait, show download status? Yeah, I wanna do that. Oh man, this stuff's cool.
Yeah, you're finding a lot.
What is this? Minimum APM. Oh, apparently if you don't have at least 60.5 APM alert's not going to show your APM. There you go, guys. I didn't know that. Did anyone else know that? Oh, I can even change the position of the game clock and stuff. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, anyway. Alright, we're going back. We're doing it again.
Just put it right in the middle to inspire a sense of urgency. Okay, where are we going?
Okay. Alright. I did it.
In before Steve, man.
Oh, nice. We're even starting the game before Steve, man. Unless, of course, the person I'm in a game with is in fact Steve, man.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for him to do this trick. It's got to be easily doable.
Well, he fooled me last week, didn't he?
Exactly. It's like an easy thing.
Oh, that was good. I'm still chuckling about that. I like it. Oh god. Okay, this is quite easy. Same as before because it's a replay, so I'm just going to go over it again for you guys who didn't see this 5 minutes ago. Up in the top right hand corner, spawning in as the purple Protoss, we have Dianmax. And in the bottom right hand corner, spawning in as the yellow Protoss, we have the fantastic IFU Must or Lancer X. And now to do my little introductory spiel again. You all know Must. You probably all know Lancer X. He likes Fighting Spirit. I'm pretty sure that this is the map on which he tends to mass games. So that means he's probably, pretty good. He knows its ins and outs and knows how it's going to work. And Dianmax is the upstart of this tournament. He's not really, he hasn't really performed so well so far. I mean, he's had some good games in him. But like I said last week, you always kind of, you always seem to have one fatal flaw, which turns out to be completely catastrophic, and he loses the game as a result. So
he beat True Touch though.
So well. He did beat True Touch.
I'm just saying, guys.
So there you go. He does have potential, but he just doesn't always release it in its fullest form during the game. So hopefully.
Oh wait, what is this? Do we have a 12 next coming?
Oh,
Must, dude! I love this. I don't think this is the first time he's done it either. I've seen Must go 12 next several times. Although I think the last time he did it, he got 2-gated, and I felt very, very sad because I sort of, blame myself for this tragedy. But we got a 12 next coming out from Must. It's my favorite strategy. And by that I mean, I mean
versus 2-gate as well here. Versus 2-gate.
What?
So we.
Oh my god, not again.
It's not a fast 2-gate though. So from Dianmax, he's put down the second gate on 12 supply. So it's not that quick. But when you consider that his second gate is going down at the same time as Must's Nexus, then this is pretty quick still, relatively. So this is going to be an interesting situation for Must. Of course, the defender's advantage hopefully should count for quite a lot here, but even so, Dianmax is going to be able to put on some heavy pressure, maybe do some really, really good damage. I'd say it's a pretty big stretch to suggest that he'd be able to win the game straight up, but you do never know.
Interestingly, Shinrei is saying it was in fact Must against Dianmax where this happened in the qualifiers, where it was 12 next against 2-gate in these same positions, so go figure. Oh man, he's not building the second gate! Oh no, this is not right! Oh my god, Must is not doing the safe variation of this. What you should be doing is going the second gate on 14. So when you 12 next, you go 12-14. He's actually going for the Forge instead, which I'm not Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see how this plays out because okay. So the way I do 12 next is after the 12 next, you go 12 gate, 14 gate, and your zealot timing actually lines up identically with the 10-12 gate because of the travel distance. So his first zealot will get to your base at the same time your first zealot pops out, and then your second and third zealot will match his. So you can actually, so you basically will have the same zealot numbers, and if you micro correctly, you should be okay.
Yeah.
But because he's going forge first, I don't actually know how this plays out.
Oop. And straight away we see Lancerex dropping one probe, and every probe really is important here, just because he does have so few as a result of the build. But yeah, like Sayle said, this is going to be really interesting because he's got a forge, so he needs to find himself some breathing room to actually get some cannons up, because cannons are weak, especially in their fledgling form. So it doesn't take many zealot hits to take down a cannon, which is warping in. And look at this, Diomax actually taking away that first zealot of Zaraki. Not Zaraki, sorry, of Must into the main base. My bad, reading the chat a bit too much. And he's going to be able to, just let's say, take down that cannon in the natural mineral line. And of course, if Must misses just one of those, it becomes incredibly expensive for him as well, because he loses the 100 minerals straight up.
Yeah, I don't think this is the correct way to follow this up. To be fair, I think this is the Korean way to do this. Whenever you see Koreans do 12 next on like fish and stuff, they always do it with the gateway and then forge. But yeah, it goes a lot better for them. So I don't really know how that one works. But
I don't know how this
Must looks pretty dead. His cannon's gonna finish, but I don't know if he can actually defend this. Maybe he can actually. Oh man, if he can actually surround this cannon. Oh no, he's not. He's on the wrong side. No, he needed to surround the cannon. Oh man, the cannon falls. Oh, this zealot's almost dead though. He needs to kill that zealot. All right.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit painful. The cannon goes down, but it doesn't really cost Diomax very much, and Must is pretty dead if he doesn't have some cannon support. He's managing to somehow stay kind of okay on the zealot count, but he's just lost so many probes at this point. Diomax still has the zealot, a highly damaged zealot, just chilling out in Must's main. And look at this, the probe and the zealot making light work with a few more probes over at Must natural right there. And meanwhile, Diomax has gone up to 4 gateways. I mean, there's no way the Lancerex is going to be able to defend that follow-up. That's just going to be so many units stuffed down Lancerex's base. He's not even going to know what hit him. It's going to be a lot of dragoons.
Yeah, it looks like there was actually an AFK zealot in the main base the entire time that DMX has just found. And oh no, he's doing the question mark. Why don't you leave? To be honest, Lancerex should kind of leave at this point. This game is pretty over.
Was that what the question mark was for? I wasn't quite sure.
I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It's like, it's the BM question mark. It's like, out the game, man. Out the game.
Yeah.
It's the out the game question mark.
Lancerex does tend to have some slightly questionable GG timing anyway, doesn't he? But this is, I guess he doesn't know exactly how dead he is until he really sees the goon numbers, and the goons are going to be coming thick and fast in just a second right here. And look at the supply difference as well. 36 supply to, to 17, almost all of which is probes. This is not looking rosy at all for poor old Lancerex. Going to lose that zealot right there as well, and then these probes are just going to be free pickings. There we go, more probe losses that he simply cannot afford as the dragoons continue to stream out from Diomax's main, and he just needs to get in there and take down these cannons, and then he's going to be able to take down the Nexus just as quickly as he pleases as well. More probes, Must. Why have you not left this game yet? This is getting a little bit horrible.
It's okay, he killed the goon! He killed the goon and the cannon finished! He's got this. It's alright, 9 supply, that's all you need. He's got the man probes there. These are dragoon killers. I
thought Diomax was just going to wait there and then take it into the mid game or something, but GG from Must, and Diomax actually takes the game. So not a bad start right there for our young upstart in the tournament. Must losing in game number 1.
Guys, 12 next, don't do it. It's not a good build. It's not a good build. I'm sorry, I lied to you. It's not good. It's not good.
For years, Sayle. For years, you peddled.
I've tricked everyone.
It seems so.
It's not a good build.
We've seen it several times now in this tournament.
Oh man!
I believe we've seen it picked apart several times as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
That was one of the worst, though. I think.
Kind of sad. The 12 next guys, it's just not good.
If you practice enough, I suppose it can take you quite far. But see, you have to be.
Maybe my master plan is to make people believe now it's not good, so everyone forgets how to play against it, and then I can start winning again.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe I just want people to think that because it's actually a bad build. Aha!
Maybe.
Okay. Anyway.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Let's do this.
All right, next game is apparently Eon Zerg versus Dien Max, so we can see Mr. Dien Max again.
Cool.
And by the way, guys, was audio and everything okay in that game? Because I sort of had to reset my audio level. So hopefully everything was audible. You could hear me and Elegant and the game sounds and stuff. So I hope that's all good. Yeah, let me know if it's not. Otherwise, we're going into game number 2, a PBZ on Outsider. So that should be exciting.
All right. Yeah, let's go for this.
Oops. Alright, go for it, Elegant.
Okay, so in this, the game number 2, we have Eon Zerg versus Diamax. Eon Zerg, the man who needs no introduction, very long-time active player in our scene. You've seen him in all kinds of tournaments. Definitely the favourite in this one over Diamax, who's much more of a newcomer. Spawning in over on the left-hand side is the TL Zerg, Mr. Eon Zerg. And down at the 6 o'clock, or roughly thereabouts, maybe more like kind of 5 o'clock, this is the location, we have Mr. Diamax, and the map is of course Outsider, this famously tricksy map that that can really bamboozle you if you don't know what you're doing, and you can really take advantage of if you do. This is a map that we actually saw a lot of interesting play on back when it was professionally played in Pro League and the like, because people were able to really specifically prepare for it, and it led to a lot of things that you just wouldn't see otherwise.
Indeed, and you know, I think that's why it's like a lot of foreign viewers have the slightly skewed perspective. They're like, oh man, you know, maps like crazy maps like this are so cool. You get to see such unusual games on them, and you know, it turns out it's really epic games. The problem with that is it's only true if you have like Korean pro gamers play 14 hours a day. You know, constantly thinking about the map, constantly brainstorming with their team what the correct strategies are. If you just have like a bunch of foreigners who play like a couple of games a week, like you're just gonna end up with really messy games where, you know, people don't actually know how the pathing works, how the rally points work. They don't actually choose the optimal strategy. They just try and fit like a fighting spirit strategy to this map, which may or may not work. So, so that's my main issue with that kind of thing. But to be fair, it can produce some pretty wild games. So we'll just have to see what happens here.
Yeah, I think it can be interesting. I don't think it would even take that much for a player to prepare for it, you know, kind of moderately well, and therefore probably better than their opponent. If you take the time to go back and look at some of the Korean professional games, which, you know, showcase a lot of stuff which was, as you say, really finely picked over and tuned. And I think players could actually perform fairly well on this map, but I think it would take that little bit extra preparation. Oh, Diamax failing with the hatchery block right there. Eon Zerg is able to place his hatchery down just as he would want it. He's got a couple of things on the way out now as well, so that blockage wasn't going to last too long. But even still, Diamax could have caused a few more problems than he did. It's kind of funny actually, sometimes when you're actually attacking the drone because of the probe's range, it doesn't still block the drone from getting down the hatchery.
Indeed.
And in the meanwhile, we actually have a second cannon coming from Diamax as well. That has got to be overkill.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's an extra safety thing. And since there are 6 lings, it's not terrible. I don't know. It's interesting because on Outsider you actually see more Gateway First builds than Forge Fast Expand, so I'm not actually really sure.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, once you Gateway in the main base, you can still take a expansion or one of the back expansions, so you don't actually have to go Forge Fast Expand like you do on a lot of other maps. But I mean, this looks fine to me. In fact, the wall looks pretty decent.
I quite like it though that he is going Forge Fast Expand, because oftentimes, like you say, it is a more common build to go Gateway First, even get Zerg, but that's kind of where a lot of players' familiarity with the map and how to play it ends. So they can end up a little bit at sea after doing something, because that's the most obvious thing. You know, Gateway First, and then bam, you got your expansion. But then what do you do with it? It's not an advantage if you don't know how to play from there. So I quite like that DMX is doing this, because of course you can always take advantage of those extra minerals later on in the game.
That is a very good point, Elegant. You know what? I actually completely agree with you now. Yeah, I think this is actually good. So we can see the Protoss do something he actually knows how to do, rather than just try and make something up on the way. He's like, oh, you know, I saw Stork do this once in a game. Let me just do that, you know?
Yeah. Now, when did he go Reaver or DT? Let me try and remember. it can be a bit horrible.
Exactly. In the meantime, we did have, or we do have rather a third base going up at the top right natural. So Eon Zerg also playing this as if it was a completely standard map like Fighting Spirit. In the meantime, we got a random probe going in the back, possibly to try and pylon push his way into the Zerg main to get a second scout off. You can do that on this map. It's quite nice to get that extra scout off and not have to worry about, you know, running into Zerglings like this. And there we go, pushing its way through.
I think that's really good on this map, because Oftentimes, that's one of the greatest challenges you face in PvZ is actually at this point getting a second scout out. You either have to take one out early and sort of hide it somewhere on the map and then have it pop out, but even still, that can get caught and it costs you a lot of early minerals. Whereas this kind of stuff, it's just good. It's important to take advantage of the map, even in small ways like this. So he is going to get another scout out off of the Zerg. If he can get the appropriate minerals. This is tricky. Do you remember? I can't remember what game it was where I think it might have been on Destination. Oh, he's going to get through on Destination where a player had done a DT build.
I think Eonzerg is actually just planning to all in here. He's made a lot of Zerglings, and he's getting the Hydro upgrades. Oh, but he's going to get spotted.
Right. He's going to get scouted, though.
And this probe is also going to see how few drones there are in the main, and the fact that he's actually not making drones. Oh, this could be huge. Although he doesn't actually see the Zergling count, which could be quite important. But he does get an eye on the drone count, and he sees the Hydro Den, no lair, obviously, so has some idea what's going on. But again, I just wish he would just, like, maybe poke out slightly with the Zealots. He could have maybe seen the Zerglings. He can't now anymore, but that might have been good, although on the other hand, if he had just lost the Zealots, he could have just lost the game instantly, so maybe not.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been amazing. It could have worked out nicely for him, but maybe
Whoa,
not.
is Eonzerg going to show all the Zerglings? This is really bad.
Yeah, it looks like it. This is a really strange move.
Man, he should have,
why would he have done that?
He should have only used like 4 to kill that or something, and he had speed, so he could have killed it easily. Although, it's possible that showing speed would have given it away anyway, because I don't think if you go 3-hatch Hydra pressure into economy, I don't think you usually get Zergling speed. I could be mistaken on this, but I think you just get like the Hydra upgrades, and you can just skip speed. Anyway, now he knows.
Okay, well, I did find that a slightly peculiar move, actually, yeah, to take all those Zerglings back. But the reveal is out. We already have plenty of cannons in there for DRMax, but he needs to move those Zealots forward. They're not making the best of them right there, just plugging up that gap. He might be able to do a little better if he gets them out beyond that wall. Looks like, though, that is going to be a fairly comfortable defense. 3 cannons still remaining. He's throwing down another one just in case, but nowhere near enough Hydras to break it for the time being. Oh, one-shot cannon fire. I like it. Once those extra 2 cannons up, he should have no problem defending this fairly comfortably.
Yeah, and it looks like Eonzerg went for that when Hydra speed was on, but Hydra range wasn't quite done yet, so he didn't get the full benefit from the Hydras. Although these Zealots are suiciding themselves, not the best move here. Really needs them to help buffer for the cannons, although he has bought enough time for these left side 2 cannons to finish, which is going to make it impossible for the Hydras to pick off this forge on the left side. Actually, I'm not sure if range finishes. I'm not actually sure. They might be able to hold position in such a way that they can still pick off the forge. They can definitely pick off the gateway for free. And that's probably what Eonzerg is going to be looking to do here. He is still making Hydralisks, although he is sending a drone to the top left as well. So I'm not actually sure if he's going to continue with this attack.
I quite like that DRMax is still finding time to be active with his Corsairs, even though he's come under some significant threat here. He is still managing to run around the Corsairs, and he has actually supply blocked Eonzerg just for the time being, so that's always good. And as we can see, Eonzerg is now taking all his overlords up to the front, which can backfire a little bit if the Protoss is actually able to break out, but it looks like we're a fair way away from that. With DRMax just now putting down some more gateways. He's already got his robotics facility in play. That's interesting, and he's making up a shuffle right now. So I guess we're about to see some serious DT harassment.
Yeah, because look at this. Because there's not even a lair started yet for Eonzerg, and Eonzerg is moving all of his overlords to the front because that's where his Hydras are. So he's like not leaving. He's only got 1 overlord at home now. He's just started his lair. So this DT drop is going to be super effective as long as he just pushes the overlords away. Meanwhile, the Hydras are going to pull back a bit. A couple of the random 2 overlords are actually moving back towards the main, but look how slow they are. They're going to take a million years to get back to the main.
Yeah, I like that follow-up. I think that's quite smart from DRMax, actually. He'll know that all the overlords are having to move it to the front, and as a result, then this can only be a good thing. I think he's going to be able to see some significant damage with this DT harass, and I don't really see that Eonzerg is going to be prepared for it either. It's very uncommon that you see a Protoss get a shuttle up quite that early, when usually their main focus at this point would be to try and muster an army of their own and just simply break out. The shuttle taking a little bit of a risky route, though. I'm not sure if I like that. There is a much safer route available to him, but even so, he's going to get away with it. Even drones moving up to the front now as well. They might see the DT on the way back, but doubtful. And that DT going to head hopefully up to the 12 o'clock, where it could be able to do some significant damage. Unless the Hydras are there to cover. But here's the real action in the back of Eonzerg's base. 2 DTs moving in, and there is no overlord cover whatsoever. Eonzerg's main.
Man, he should just go for the lair. He should just kill some drones and then just go straight for the lair. I think he'll have enough time to actually kill it. Look at this. Still no reaction yet from Eonzerg. All the drones are falling. Every drone in the main base looks like finally Eonzerg notices, and he is going for the lair. Is he? No, he's sending one drone to the top left because he knows there's a base up here. I think he saw it with the courses. The other one is attacking the lair. I don't know if the one DT will actually kill it fast enough. I think if he left both DTs there, he would have actually been able to kill this, but now I'm actually not sure. He has, however, killed the drones at the top left lair only, but this lair actually, I think, will survive here. I don't know where the Corsairs went, though. He actually stopped building them after 2.
Yeah, and I can kind of see why, because he's just although he could have afforded a few more, but even still. Oh, managed to grab another drone or 2 right there. This is very cheeky from Dion Max. He is going to get flushed out in the main. That layer is going to survive, though significantly weakened. DT in the mineral only getting 9 kills to its name as well, so definitely 10 kills. Now he needs to pick off both those hydras, and now maybe another drone. Oh, not quite. 10 kills to his name. This DT harass.
Oh, he's going back in though. He's got another drop coming in, Elegant. He's got 2 Zealots and 2 DTs. He's also massing up gateways in his main base, just going to keep harassing while he macros up. And it looks like he's going into the natural this time. That's where all the drones are. He's got 1 DT in there. There is an Overlord, but it looks like Eonzerg's not paying attention. He's losing a lot of the drones. The Zealot now being dropped into the main base. Eonzerg is just not watching. The Hydras actually that are there are randomly attacking the DT, but he's going to get 9 kills, 10 kills on the DT. Meanwhile, the drones in the main have been pulled. I don't actually know where the DT went. Okay, it looks like there's actually still a DT in that shuttle.
Yeah, there's still even a DT and a Zealot remaining. Devastating harass right here from Diomax. He's really made Eonzerg pay for his opening. Very, very well played by him so far. Eonzerg, though, being really quite lax at his natural expansion right there. He had Hydralisk on standby. He had an Overlord. He should have known that DT was right there. Definite important mistake from him, and he's going to suffer for that. His economy is wrecked at this point in time. He's going on up to Lurk Attack in some hope of holding on, but I think he might be about to lose his base here right now. 1 Sunken Colony and 4 Hydralisks to hold only, and there's no way he's going to be able to get there in time to save this hatchery.
Oh, and he's dropping a DT in the main at the same time. I love this move, completely distracting Eonzerg at this top right base. The drones are evacuating, the Hydras are stuck in a corner, but now the DT in the main base. If Eonzerg doesn't pay attention, he might even finish off the lair here. The lair is at below half health from the earlier attack. Meanwhile, the attack at the top right is still going. The drones don't even know where to go. The DT, is he going to go after the lair? He's actually not focusing on it. It's killing the last drone. The drones at the top right are going back. No, he's going for more drones at the middle only. There's no way Eonzerg is going to pay attention. It looks like he's trying to do a nice drone block here against the Zealots. It might not even be enough here. He might just lose all of these Hydralisks. No, looks like he is going to clean that up. But meanwhile, this DT at the middle only is killing the drones. Looks like Eonzerg has saved 2 of them at least. But really, really nice multi-attacks from the Protoss.
Yeah, we've seen a combination of definitely over 40 DT kills so far this game. 9 kills on this DT right here. I'd say maybe roughly in the region of 40 DT kills, and that's just huge. There's no way that Eonzerg can sustain damage like that for too long. Another attack going in the front door right here. He's having to pull his drones once again to block in a very, very unpleasant situation. Now, the Hydralisk may not be enough. Another attack going into 12 o'clock as well. Wow. Diomax playing this one really nicely. There is a lurker ready and waiting, but at the natural, the Zealots have made light work of those Hydras and the Sunken Colony. It looks like there's only drones remaining. He can get those Zealots in now and start to do some serious damage. More Hydras now popping up. Eonzerg may just be able to hold, but even so, his standing army is reduced to nothing. And Diomax multitasked this quite well, getting another base up down at the 7 o'clock position at the same time, which is exactly what he needed to be doing. And all this has just kept Eonzerg so incredibly distracted. Still, the DT with 9 kills surviving the mineral only for Diomax. I love this.
It is, in fact, still alive. 1 random Zealot chasing drones in the middle of the map. Poor Eonzerg, just getting a multitask. He's at 32 supply against 94. Just so well played here by Diomax. I'm actually loving this game. I can imagine all the Zergs are hating this game. They'll just be like, oh god, this stupid Protoss Imba. But damn, this was well played.
I don't know, Zeraki's being quite nice about it. There's some people like, oh, Eonzerg has to practice, but I think Diomax has played this really well regardless, and now he's able to shut down those Hydras here as well. His macro, not too pretty. He's not being able to keep up with this entirely, but that's quite understandable, as up to this point, it's been a heavy harassment focus.
Oh, 2 DTs in the main.
DT drop. Another DT drop. There is an Overlord in there, but there's only 1 Hydralisk to actually deal with this. There's no way he can spread himself to the front and into his own main as well. That Overlord taking a lot of fire.
Oh, and the one from the middle only is coming back as well. So it's actually 3 DTs in the main, the 2 from the drop, plus the 1 from before. No, he's actually going back. He's going back to the middle only. There's no drones there. All the drones in the main have fallen. The attack at the natural is still going on here. Eonzerg is down to 20 supply. GG!
Nice stuff. Right.
Wow.
Nice stuff.
Guys, Dienmax just won like a 15-minute game and he didn't make a single High Templar. He just won with DTs, just man-moded it.
I like that. That was a sick game from DLMax. Really sick game. Just completely demolishing Eonzerg actually from start to finish. He defended solidly with the Hydra Burst, and from there Eonzerg was just completely at his mercy. Great, really nice harassment-based play from DLMax at that point. And the great thing is as well, he didn't just let everything else slide in the meantime. He did keep things ticking over fairly well. He got another base up, he got his macro going a little bit slowly, but he was ready to take it into a mid-game if that didn't work out quite so well.
This is really funny because this means both True Touch and Eonzerg, two top class 4 Zergs, have tried to Hydra Bust the NMAX and completely gotten wrecked. So, let that be a lesson to you Zergs out there. If you play the NMAX, don't try and Hydra Bust this guy. It's pretty hard to kill.
Do not bother. It's just going to end in tears. Zerg tears. I like it.
Yeah. To be fair, we do like that. So maybe you should try and Hydra Bust him. Just so we can watch that happen.
Maybe. All right. Shall we move onwards and upwards to the next game? I'm ready for more after that.
I'm in game. I'm in game. Let's go, Elegant.
All right.
Chop chop.
Let's go. I'm always slow on this day. You know that.
As long as you join the right game, then we're good.
Yeah.
I don't
You're
know.
Sayle. I'm Elegant AOV. Neither of us are Steve Man. Let's do it.
Yeah, but what if Steve Man writes a capital I instead of an L? Huh? There's an L in both our names. He could smooth either of us quite easily.
That's good.
All right, I'm just gonna assume this is you though.
Yeah, that's you. I could never troll anything like.
Elegant doesn't even realize that the password and game name are streamed. So there's like no way.
I would be the worst troll ever. Oh, we have, of course, a little bit of Zerg action. So up in the top right-hand corner, spawning in as the blue Zerg, we have Mr. Zero. And over on the left-hand side, spawning in as the teal Zerg. I can't believe I'm not sure about this. We have Julia.
Yep.
This is, of course, going to be outsider once again for a little bit of Zerg v Zerg action. I believe Julia as well is in the chat, so feel free to go there for his wise, sage input on everything that happens.
Dude, I think he got banned by Zeraki.
Probably related. Oh no, he got unbanned again.
Oh, did he? Maybe it was just a timeout.
Oh no, there's another guy who I suspect is Julia in the chat because he's complaining about lag.
There you go. Well, I guess he must be Julia then.
Yeah, this chat lags so badly I can't get my point across. It's making me seem really angry.
Oh man. Snap. Wow.
We're allowed to do that.
Well played, Elegant. Well, dude, you can do whatever you want on the stream, man. This ain't TLS. You can say whatever.
It's open heat. I like it. Open criticism. That's what we should call it. Brutal open criticism. And up at the 12 o'clock position, we have an overpool. I'm keeping my eye out. Look at this. And over on the left-hand side, from Mr. Julia, we have an overlord. Not clear what's going to follow it as of yet.
It's an overdrone. Ah.
Overdrone. Is that a thing?
No, it's not. I just made that up.
This is not a thing. Is it? Oh!
He has gone 12 pool,
though. You just metaphorically 12 pool.
Dude.
That thing.
It should be a thing, though. It should be a thing.
It should be. It kind of is, but it just doesn't need anything. It's like saying I'm going for a 4 Pro. It doesn't...
Hey, we can make that a thing. Dude, alright, we're the commentators, right? We can make anything a thing if we want it, right? It's like, like Artosis makes shit up all the time. Like he has propagated the incorrect pronunciation of Noni and Idra,
Yeah.
So now everyone just accepts those as fact, right? So, there we go.
Alright, cool. So he went for, what did we say? 11, Overdrone, that's the one.
The Overdrone. It was Overpool versus Overdrone, guys.
Well, that's obvious. That's who's going to win from that one. Because one guy has a pool, one guy just has drones. It's just too obvious. Makes Zerg a bit of a giveaway. We have Zero pushing out with his first bunch of links. Fully expect Julia to have links to meet him in time. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be this little bit of posing around in Julia's natural, whereby Zero has the links there, Julia has the links there. But Julia should be able to use his defense advantage quite well. Should pull out a couple of drones as well. Who did we see lose in horrible fashion? Was it last week? In a situation just like this?
I think it might have been Zero against Eonzerg.
Yeah, without any drone cover, this can go really pretty wrong pretty quickly, but In this case, it looks like Julia's going to pull out his drone straight away, and that shouldn't cause too much of a problem. We are going to see some persistence from Zero, but they're just matching each other's Zergling counts, and probably Julia's going to be able to get the spear engagement, although that wasn't great. Not a good start in the engagement for Julia, but he does manage to pull it back. And eventually Zero is pushed away. That's probably going to be that for the early pressure. But no, it looks like he's going to keep persisting just a little. He has more lings popping out in the meantime as well. His spire timing, of course, significantly ahead of that of Julia. Taking a few free hits to his lings there, he's probably not going to be able to push this too far.
See, the nice thing for Julia is that he got the Overlord Scout correct, which means he could see exactly how many Zerglings were coming out from his opponent. So since he's seeing non-stop Zerglings from Zero, he's like, oh, okay, I'll just keep making Zerglings as well. And he knows exactly how many he needs to make. Wow, catching one Zergling as Zero retreats as well. He's got to be slightly careful not to go out too far, because a lot of Zergs will like hide two Zerglings on the side and run in the back if you run out with your own Zerglings and do like a backstab. So you got to be a little bit aware of that. Zero actually hasn't done that for some reason. But oh no, the chase has gone too far, and he loses some Zerglings. I don't know if all 4 of those were actually Julia's. I think they actually probably were. So he's running now with only 5 Zerglings against a lot of Zerglings here from Zero.
Yeah, that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. Zero, though, pulling back in all his Zerglings in order to deal with one rogue Zergling that's done a little bit of a run by. That's, again, not ideal. He could probably be doing some decent pressure right now. In the meantime, he might actually have had a superior link count. Looks like he might
No way!
Didn't happen, but Sayle's shout was entirely justified right there. That could be bad. No.
That just would have been absolutely insane if that Zergling actually killed the drone. Like, it would have made no sense whatsoever. It got down to 2 HP, got down to 1 hit left. Anyway, Julia's poking up here. Note that Julia, of course, does have the larva advantage. He's got 2 hatcheries worth of larva, so he can actually produce a lot more Zerglings than Zero can. And just by doing this, even if this attack isn't necessarily efficient, even if he gets a slightly worse than 1-to-1 trade of Zerglings, if he can just force Zero to make Zerglings with his larva, Zero won't have any larva to make any Spire units. Although, actually, I didn't even notice the Sunken was already finished. So the Sunken's finished, but he's going in here. He did break up the ramp, and he's forcing the Zerglings away. The Mutas are out. He should go after the drones, I think. No, he's just going to run to the side and force these Mutas back, because notice the Sunken is quite far out. So these Zerglings, if they're just left here, can actually come back along the top side and start attacking stuff. Even the the spawning pool, rather, is completely free. Meanwhile, the Spore colonies have gone up in Julia's base, so he should be completely fine.
Yeah, he's going to be able to defend that fairly cleanly. It all just depends on where he takes it from there. We have one Muta that's just hanging back, defending from those Zerglings, which is still running around, causing problems. So the Muta's getting a bit distracted, though. In the meantime, oh, look at this, actually grabbing a drone or two, because there's a little bit of a gap right here, down at the bottom of the natural, of the main spire. Not the main spire, what am I talking about? The main lair for Julia, where those Mutas can actually maybe do a little bit of damage, but they're seen off fairly handily.
Yeah, I think only a single drone there died, and the second Spore is coming in now. Meanwhile, it's pretty decent Spore coverage by Julia. He's going to have to pull an Overlord back here at the natural just so he gets vision on this cliff, otherwise he could get micro down. I think that's still going to be slightly annoying if Zero wants to do it. He can still micro down some drones at the natural, but otherwise Julia should be pretty safe. Meanwhile, Julia is still running some random Zerglings in. I'm really not a fan of this Sunken positioning. I mean, yes, it sort of covers... I don't actually know. It's not even in range of the ramp, is it? So it's not in range of the ramp, and it's like not really well covering the mineral line either. It's sort of in range, but like not quite in range of both, so kind of not so good here. I think Zero was hoping that this would finish and would help him defend the ramp against that initial Zergling break, but that just didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're probably right. This Spore colony's getting a few free hits off, but it doesn't really matter since there's nothing really that Julia can do in the air to capitalize on that, so this means just going to buy their time. This could be quite an interesting transition right here. Julia now throwing down his spire. A little bit late. We've still got 2 Lings dashing around in the main base of
oh my god, what?
Zero. Threatening to grab a drone right there. Oh, how did he not kill that drone? How did that not happen?
Again, 2 HP with the drones. Oh, but some Zerglings from Zero, though, have made it into Julia's main. This is actually pretty bad here. They can go after the Spore colonies. Oh, man, Julia needs to make some Zerglings ASAP. He's got some Zerglings coming in now, but the Spore is actually almost dead, but he does actually pick off a Mutalisk in return. But there we go. The Zergling's going back in. He's going after the Spore. The Spore is going to fall at the cost of those Zerglings, but that is well worth it. Now the bottom of the main mineral line is completely exposed.
Yeah, now he can hopefully pick up that creep colony as well. He may actually be able to get that with some decent micro. Gonna maybe get that drone as well. No, he doesn't quite have the firepower for that. Slight bit of micro there maybe, but I like the Zergling run by. That's exactly the kind of thing he needs to be doing. Because of course, Spore colonies good against Mutas, not so good against the old Zerglings. So this is going to give the Mutas free reign over the bottom of the mineral line for a little while, as long as they can stay out of range of that top sunken, top spore colony right there. But plenty more links coming out for Julia, which means that Zero is going to have to actually pull back just in order to defend. So there's no way otherwise he'd be able to keep enough of his drones alive against such a high link count.
Yeah, Zero's slightly unlucky. He was one Mutalisk short of actually killing both of those drones. So instead of killing 2 drones, he had 2 drones down at 5 HP each. But oh man, this big counterattack though could do a lot of damage here. 1 drone falling, 2 drone falling. Looks like 3 drone falling. No, another drone with 2 HP. What is up with these lucker drones, man? Alright, I'm not a big fan of when people say lucker in game, but these are some real lucker drones right here. This is like actually what lucker should be used for, because those drones, 2 HP every time.
Yeah, there's all kinds of lucky drones in this game. Actually, it's not even funny. The longer this goes on, though, it's going to get more and more difficult for Zero, because of course Julia does have a superior economy. Zero now preparing to make a natural of his own, and he needs to get that happening pretty sharpish. Meanwhile, he's trying to do a little bit of harassment here, but there's really nothing he can do when there's 2 spore colonies heading him off.
Yeah, definitely not good times. And I mean, I don't even know if this is gonna save him. Like he's gonna be so far. Actually, wait a minute. There's no natural gas yet taken for Julia either. Interestingly, I guess because he had to make Zerglings and spores and stuff. There is, by the way, a ghost drone in the main base that has no shadow. Look at that bad boy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, a ghost drone.
Oh my god,
he's got no shadow. Look at that.
What's going on there?
Badass drone. I think if you start building a building but like interrupt it somehow, like right before a drone builds a building, it turns invisible like that. But if it's somehow interrupted or cancelled, then it becomes invisible. It's pretty crazy.
How do you know that? You don't know that. You can't know that.
Dude, we've seen it before. Dude, that happened in I think a couple of ISL games or something. It was like there was one infamous ISL game where like there was a ghost drone and like a 2-kill hatchery in the same game or something.
No way.
Yeah, it was crazy. So that was pretty badass.
That is badass. I like that. I gotta seek out that game. Come hella high water.
I think it was on Heartbreak Ridge. I don't remember who was playing though.
Just hit me with another knowledge bomb. Oh, it's been a while since he did that. I missed that.
Yeah, the knowledge bombs.
Yeah, they brighten up my day. They're awesome. Meanwhile, Zero just flying around the middle of the map with his mystery, just mainly to look scary, just to keep active as well. And he's trying to make sure that no Lings manage to sneak through again into his main base. So as we've seen so far, that could prove pretty tragic if it's allowed to happen. While Julia has pulled significantly far ahead in supply, he still appears to be quite set on the defensive. His meter count hasn't been able to catch up even yet to that of Zero, and it may not do so even still. Zero might have time to pump out 1 or 2 drones at this stage just to kind of make better use of his natural expansion. He mainly wants the gas from that. That's going to be the most important commodity right here.
Yep, indeed it will be. Looks like still just 2 drones on this natural gas for Zero. He just doesn't have enough drones at all to actually even fully saturate that. Meanwhile, the 3rd hatchery from Julia, well on its way. He's in full control of the game. One thing to note, by the way, these spores, not only did they obviously help Julia survive that early game situation where he was behind on the Spire, but this is going to mean that he can be a lot more aggressive with his Mutalisks going forward because he's not afraid of a counterattack, whereas Zero, if he goes out too far and gets caught in a weird position with his Mutas, Julia can just like force a base trade and there's nothing that Zero can do about it because he's got no static defenses. So overall this game's going really well. The only issue actually is this Spore seems to be mannering the gas and the naturals, so that's kind of annoying, but not the end of the world.
That's true. He's got extra drones though, because he doesn't necessarily need all the minerals he's pulling, although he does seem to have a slight mineral gas imbalance whereby his gas actually exceeds his minerals, which is slightly curious how that's happening. But it looks like he's going to be making another hatchery soon, so definitely not going to go to waste. And this hatchery is potentially scary because of course there's two gas back there, although he's only going to be able to make use of 1 in that position.
Yeah, it looks like he's already got excess gas, so he's not going to bother putting that on the double gas, although he certainly could do, and certainly could just make another hatchery there even. It's interesting. I love how Julie is also still sending out like random scouting Scourge and Circlings just to make sure there's no hidden base or anything going on, because he knows how big a risk that is. Like, because he knows that Zero right now is behind and will try or should try some kind of risky play, like trying to sneak a double gas base or something like that. So just by checking around the map, he's just making sure that he is in fact in a good position. He doesn't have to worry about a hidden expansion going up, because that's basically the only way he can really lose the game at this point, I think.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. And just looking at the, looking at the overall counts now at this point, it looks like Julie is actually drawing a long way ahead now, as you would expect at this point. He's got such a stronger economy. He's got a lot of drones on the field, a lot of drones. And there's just no way he can really be broken unless he makes some kind of drastic, terrible Muta micro error and loses them all basically for free. It's going to be almost impossible for Zero to break through those spore colonies that is natural and that is main. And with another base in play as well, I think that Julia's just going to continue to pull further and further ahead, because Zero hasn't been able to really achieve anything beyond those early pushes.
Yeah, I mean, Julia's also got his +1 carapace finisher, his Muta, so his Muta is going to be that much stronger. Zero's not even started his upgrade, but Zero does have a much higher proportion of Scourge though. So if he somehow like clones the Scourge perfectly in the next engagement, the Scourge basically don't care if you have +1 carapace, they'll still two-shot your Mutas, so that could potentially go well for him. But the problem is, even if he wins the engagement, it's unlikely he'll win by a significant margin, and so even if he only wins by a few Mutas, he has no possibility of a counterattack because of the Spore Colonies. So it's not even like winning a big fight would actually do that much for him anyway. So yeah. I'm not really sure what he should do right now. I mean, as you said before, the drone count is significantly different. The upgrade advantage is in Julia's favor. He's at 87 supply to 65. I mean, it looks like Zero might just go for one huge all-in attack, and then that'll be that.
It looks like it. It looks like that's the case, and that'll be that either way. He does have, like I say, a massive, overwhelming Scourge advantage, so if he does clone correctly, then there is a somewhat conceivable chance that he may actually be able to do alright in an engagement, but I don't know if he'd be able to do well enough to undo this advantage that Julia is going to come out with, because Julia will still have a massively superior economy. Look at this. Is he trying to bait Julia out? Oh, that was nasty. What happened there?
Yeah, he was trying to set up a bait so that Julia would just fly into all his Scourge, but ended up just kind of like taking a bunch of free shots for no reason.
Yeah, he just straight up lost 2 Mutalisks right there. That was all that happened. His economy is just so weak now that if this battle is, overwhelmingly successful, then there's no possible way he could actually do anything for the rest.
I don't understand what Zero's game plan is, because he's not even making drones, he's only making Mutas, but surely he knows that Julia's economy is way stronger, so if he only makes units, he's going to fall further and further behind. The only way for him, I think it's probably too late now, but the only way for him to have caught up was either to have gone for an all-in attack much earlier, or to just have like expanded really aggressively or something, and just abuse the fact that he had the air advantage for a while, because he didn't really use his air advantage at all, and now he's not even like trying to catch up. Like spamming air units from this position is not catching up.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. He would need to do something quite different. Like, I don't know, I'm no Zerg expert, so it's hard to see exactly what he could do to get back on top of this, but just doing the same thing, which is just getting more and more behind, is never going to be the solution.
Yeah.
It just simply isn't. Like you said earlier, he'd need to be trying something unusual, or crazy, or sneaky, otherwise there is no way back in. Because Julia simply wouldn't make that big a mistake with the engagement. All he has to do is aim move, and he will win the engagement. Unless we have ridiculous Scourge cloning right here from Zero, which isn't impossible, and he does have such a massive fleet of Scourge right now.
The problem is, now Julia has +2 carapace, and I don't think if you have that many Scourge, it's even like physically possible to clone that well, unless you're like Jadong or someone, and even then, it's just like, how do you even clone, like 30 Scourge? I don't even know how you would do it, so...
It's like the thing of when you have 10 High Templar in your army, all with full Storm, there's no point.
Exactly.
Better off using the resource on something else, because no matter how good it theoretically is, you're never going to be able to use it properly. So,
exactly.
I guess it's the same situation with these Scourge right now.
It's a physical limitation of the player that is very real, and is part of the reason why Brood War's awesome, because these mechanical issues do actually matter. Yeah. Sure, 30 Scourge might theoretically be able to kill 15 Mutas, but in practice, you might only kill 5. Hell, if you're really unlucky, you might kill 2. It's just like it really comes down to the engagement, the positioning. He really needs to try and get like a big surround on the Scourge, so even if he doesn't clone perfectly, they'll just kind of naturally target for Mutas. But it looks like he's going in straight away. The Scourge needs to come in. Here we go. Here's the big engagement. +2 carapace against no upgrades, but a lot of Scourge are coming in, but it's nowhere near enough. And Zero gets absolutely demolished. GG from Zero, and Julia takes the win, but not yet.
But not yet because, oh.
Hey!
Polish. And GG.
Okay, I'm sure he's like, well, it's okay because a Polish player won anyway, so.
Did we just see a smile out of Julia? I think that's what we saw.
I'm sure it was a bad-mannered smile.
Yeah. A really creepy old man smile with no teeth.
Nice, nice.
Okay, so there we go. Zero drops his game to Julia. Zero, I don't feel like he's done so well. It may be just my memory serving me wrongly, but I don't feel like he's had that many good results up until now. He's he lost to Eon's, didn't he? He lost to Scan.
Yeah, I think we only seen a couple of his games so far. Actually, like most of his games are going to be played today.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll give him another chance.
But no, I think at the end of day 3 he was like 1-2 or something overall. So yeah, not doing so hot. I he could just be a bit out of practice or something.
Yeah, that's true. Because he is a very capable player on his day, but we just saw right there that he was he just wasn't nearly willing enough to make any kind of leap, which was exactly what he needed to do to get back into that game. And he didn't seem like he was very willing to be creative with it, and he just kind of very safely lost.
Exactly.
Which is never good.
But that's okay, because now we're watching a PvP Elegant, and it is Mr. Lancer X again. It's going to be Lancer X versus Koost.
Sweet.
On Outsider, which means a significant possibility of a 12 next.
Yeah.
Hopefully Lancer X doesn't succumb to that again.
Yeah, well, let's see. Going into the game, let's do this.
Here we go. Oh, by the way, Wingspawn says, Julia said, show them Polish power at the end of the game there. See, I told you it was some Polish pride going on.
No.
It's good.
Thingamajig said it, not Julia.
Or Zero. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, well, I guess that's kind of a cheeky way. That's really nice of Zero, or it's a cheeky way to kind of claim the win, to be like, you won, but actually we're all Polish, so we both win.
Exactly.
U2gate. Oh, what's he doing? Is he cheating? Because that's what you do if you're cheating.
No. This is a mind game. You see, because Must wants to go 12 next again, but he's gotten 2-gated twice already. So he's like, oh, you're gonna 2-gate, and then but then Koost is gonna be like, oh, well, if he thinks I'm 2-gating, I'm not gonna 2-gate. But that was Must's plan to make his opponent not 2-gate. Huh?
Or maybe it's just a thing of like suggesting your opponent's doing the thing you're planning to do, just to kind of really throw them off. Like I think that would be a good mind game. It's just it's an 8 pylon from Must. Oh, sorry, I didn't even call out positions. Over on the left hand side we have IFU Must, aka Lancer X, and in the 5:30 kind of 6 o'clock position we have Koost from IWL, and the map is once again Outsider. And Lancer X, I feel, also hasn't done too well so far from what we've seen. He's been having some difficulty. He lost to Eon Zerg, didn't he? He lost to.
Yep.
He lost to.
He lost to DMX just now.
Yeah, he lost to DMX. That's also true. And he lost to. Did he lose to Julia as well?
Possibly.
I feel like he lost to Julia. I don't know if we've actually seen him win a game yet.
He must have won against Wallace.
Oh yeah, he beat Wallace. That's right. He did win a game. He beat Wallace, but he's lost 3 other games, so he's not actually performing too well in this round robin stage. Despite being one of the guys who I thought would actually perform fairly well in this.
Oh wow, Elegant! Your mind gaming was correct. He is actually going 2-gate.
There we go.
Wow, well played. Oh man, that was nice. Oh, we got the mana pylon. Oh man, he got the epic one too. He's got 2 patches. He's got 2 probes and 2 patches. Oh god, and he's going 2-gate. Oh man, Lancer X. He's tired of 12 nexing. He's like, screw 12 nex. This build sucks. I'm just gonna 2-gate people like a boss.
He thinks I keep losing to 2-gate. Therefore, 2-gate is a really good build. Therefore, I'm going to do it, because why am I wasting time with this crap? So that's exactly what he's doing. And first Zealot pops out, and now he's making his way over to Mr. Koost's base. The reveal is on. Koost sees the deal. He knows what's up. Lancer X pausing to have a shot at that probe, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And that mana pylon is not going to last until he gets it, though. I think that's going to go down well before.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that, because like every time I see someone post in like the TL strategy forum on like, how do I beat this build in PvP or something, I'm just like, I don't understand how anyone can ask a question about how to beat a build in a mirror matchup Because if it's a mirror matchup, why don't you just do the build yourself and then see how you lose? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't know how to P2-gate. Well, then just keep 2-gating people and see how they beat you, and then just like copy that. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased because I like PvP, but I just feel like mirror matchups are the easiest matchup to learn, because anytime you see something you don't understand, you can just copy it and then discover, you know, what other people do against it. It's just like super easy to learn.
Yeah, that's always a really good solution. I think that's kind of one of the most important things to learn, especially if you're a bit confused and you face something several times.
Yeah.
And it keeps baffling you.
Oh, he's trying to get into the mana pylon!
Oh, not quite happening. One-shotting the probe right there. First time it's gone down, but don't worry, there are 2 more incoming. And he should really split those up and try and do some multi-pronged mineral line harassment. I think that's exactly what he's going to do. One is disappearing off his distance, the other one making his way into the mineral line. But Koost is doing a nice job of pulling the necessary probes up until this point. He's actually doing it really, really well and is able to keep most of them alive. There again, pulling the probe. Really nice timing. But it looks like Lancer X is going to start doing some real damage right there. He did manage to get 2, at least 3 probes with those 2 zealots, maybe even 4. Yep. I'm not quite sure.
3 or 4.
It looks like he is going to stop the onslaught for the time being. It's just going to hold his guns for a little and progress on into the mid game. Feels like he's done enough damage. The probe count in the meantime is just in Lancer X's favor at this point, but his tech is of course slightly behind, so we'll see what he makes of that.
Yeah, it looks like core is just over halfway done, whereas the Robo is already started for Koost. So actually a pretty significant tech advantage here. I'm a little bit surprised by this, considering Koost modified his build to get that second gateway fairly quickly and delayed his gas mining. So I don't actually know how such a big disparity occurred, but well, I guess we'll see how it plays out. Maybe on this 1 pro for Koost is still running around in the base because the goons are so far off. He doesn't even need to leave. He can just like keep circling for a while. He's going to get killed eventually because the Zell's blocking his exit, but that guy's doing a good job. 1 random probe meanwhile at the 6 o'clock for Koost. Actually, wait, no, this guy can just pylon jump out.
Yeah, he could just attack. Yeah.
All right.
Well, he could drill out through those zealots. He would survive if he did it well. Oh, it looks like he's... Oh, God. Throwing his life away needlessly.
Never mind.
That's just sad. It just depresses me. Probe goes down. Mr. Zealot picks himself up a kill. He's going to show that off. Oh, my God. I just saw a Zealot walking backwards.
What?
In the... that was so funny. In Koost's mineral line. He was kind of doing a little backwards sort of moonwalk thing.
Nice.
That was amazing.
Moonwalking Zealots.
That was amazing. I wish you could see what I see.
It's okay, the replays will be released, guys. You can come back to this game just to find the Moonwalking Zealot.
It's there, it's real. You'll see it. You'll all see it.
I don't know. I don't know, Elegant.
Okay, watch Koost's mineral line at around about 5.5 minute mark. You'll see it. Meanwhile, we have a little bit of pushing action. Koost trying to break his way a little bit up the ramp. He could actually have a little bit of joy and take some...
don't let him up. Don't let him up.
Yeah, that'd be nasty. With only 1 Dragoon and a shuttle already out without any Reapers to cover it, that could be really nasty if those Reapers got out.
Yeah.
Looks like not going to do so. Probe trying to trick his way through to get a scout off as well in one of Koost's mineral onlys. He really wants to see what Lancer X is doing as well. He might. At this stage in PvP, you've got to spread your options like really horribly if you don't know what your opponent's doing. Because now he's got to be prepared against so many things. He's got to be prepared against both DTs, Reavers, lots of gateways, although he should be fairly confident that we haven't got lots of goons coming in after his ramp poking action.
Yeah, it was actually really important to not let those goons see the Robo, I think. Because now Lancer X still doesn't know what the tech is, and so you see he's gone Observer first. If he had seen the Robo, he could have gone Reaver first, but now he's forced to go Observer first while expanding, and so this Reaver could be devastating. And the thing is, even if the Reaver doesn't kill that many probes in the harassment, Koost can just do a follow-up frontal attack, and that should still be really, really effective, because we only just now see the support wave being started, so Koost still has a really long time before Lancer X has any Reavers. Like, he'll have basically 2 Reavers to none. For quite a while. Here we go, he's going in. Oh no, but the goons are right under it, although they're not shooting for some reason. They're not shooting! Oh god! Oh god, only 2. Wait, where's the shuttle going? The shuttle needs to come back. Why is he not picking up this Reaver? What the hell?
Why would he drop the Reaver on that side of the mineral line? I do not understand. It was home and dry. It was getting a free run out of the base, and he just dropped it way too close to his dreams. Reaver goes down for basically no probe kills whatsoever. The shuttle makes it out, but big deal. Reaver is dead, which is really, really quite bad since he invested so much of his early cash into getting that Reaver going. One upside is he's got a Nexus of his own at mineral only, but he doesn't have any gas there. That's not really going to help him huge.
Oh wait, are we going to have a catch? Oh my god, this catch timing, no way.
No.
Whoa, my god, that is so good. Holy moly. Wow, Lancer X, that was sick. That catch timing, oh my god, that was perfect.
So everything dies. That was the worst drop ever, officially, I think, at this point.
Dude, this is okay, because like as bad as that drop was, Lancer X made up for it with an amazing catch. Like that was such good sense right there.
Yeah, that was nice. That was really nice. And now he's going to try and push in. I still don't think he's got the gun numbers for that. Unless he had like really nice positioning, he would be able to kill all those Dragoons and then finish off his outs, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Koos is above that at least. He needs to try and get another Reaver and another Shuttle out ASAP, because without any decent harassment, it's just going to, I think, fall quite badly behind in this game.
Oh, we're going to have speed shuttles though from Lancer X. He's going to try his hand at some shuttle harass. He's like, dude, that shuttle harass was terrible. Let me show you how to do it. By the way, range is only just now on the way for Koos. I was wondering actually if he'd finished it. I didn't think he had, but I wasn't really sure. But yeah, now that's confirmed that he actually did not have range that entire time. That's why he had like, I don't know, more zealots, I guess.
I'm surprised that Lancer X wasn't able to take a punch.
Oh wait, the shuttles just passed each other. The shuttles just passed each other. But this one's gonna run. Oh my god, the fails! The fails! Oh god, the fails! The shuttle fail. Oh wait, are we gonna have fail number 3?
Oh,
fail number 3! Fail number. Oh!
Get out of there, man. One probe, not worth it. Get yourself leave.
Oh god, the fails. The fails are real.
That's gonna haunt my dreams. That was a bad shuttle harass.
Oh god. I was so wrong. I was saying like how Lancer X is gonna show him good shuttle harass, and he didn't even kill one probe.
Was his speed even done?
I don't think so.
I think he managed to shuttle harass just before his own speed finished. Perfect. Beautiful stuff.
Oh man. This game makes me happy.
Yeah, that was really quite disastrous. We now have a forge coming in from Koos. I'm struggling to explain that. I guess he just wants to get his upgrades underway. Meanwhile, we have no such thing in here for Lancer X, but I'd expect if he does scout that forge that he'll make one of his own as well. It can be quite bad in PvP if you do fall behind in the upgrades. It can prove quite decisive. Meanwhile, as expected, we do have speed zealots out here in a fairly decent mass from Koos, which could actually be good. Although, ooh, Lancer X already with 2 more Reavers in the natural. No way is this gonna do too much with that kind of forcing.
Yeah, this is not going to work. There's even like 2 helpful manor pylons here, or like AI pylons at the front, so no chance of an actual bust. But the shuttle's going around, he's going around the top, it was a distraction, and he's also getting an expansion at the same time, which is quite nice. Oh, this could be good. There's no units here. Alright, how many probes can we kill? He's going in the main. The goons are coming back to defend. The probes are evacuating. He could have a good shot here. He does have a good shot. Something like 4 probes there, 5 kills on that Reaver. And he's going around again. Can he get one more shot off? He is going to get one more shot. Meanwhile, the unit's poking in the front. And there is another Scarab, but it's stuck. The Scarab is stuck. And once again, the Reaver will be abandoned. But he will kill a goon and a couple more probes.
That's a kind of bit of a Pyrrhic victory at the end. He got one good shot off on the probes, and then a second sort of halfway decent one where he killed 1 or 2. But I really don't think that was worth it. If you can keep that alive for longer, it can do so much more. You can keep your enemy afraid with shuttle harass. Yep. Nothing else. Just making them waste units and keep playing conservative and staying in their base. So it's really not good to throw it away. Even if you manage to get 1 good Scarab off, it's not like, okay, well I'm done. I can get rid of this now because it's just Echo Micro. Oh. So close right there. Oh, but there's nothing in the mineral only. There's nothing in the mineral only to actually defend these probes.
Wait, he's not even running. Oh my god, he's not even running. He's running, but he's too slow. The speed shuttle can keep pace. He's going to drop at the top of the ramp. Oh my god, they're just going to transfer into the shuttle. Oh! Oh my god. Oh, he's got 1 more shot.
Oh, hits the back probe, and actually those probes get a little bit splashed, but they're basically okay. They just get a bit down.
It's okay though. He's got 2 obs there. They'll take care of it.
Oh. I thought he was about to fly right back out over the natural expansion and into a huge load of crap waiting for him, but he's going into the natural instead. Oh, he could get some massive shots up right here. Big step. Ooh, almost happening for him. But the probes actually managed to pull out in fairly good time, so not too bad for Koos right there.
Yep, well played this time by Must. That shuttle speed really helping out. He's actually going to drop him here. That's not really going to do anything. He's going to kill the pylon. But In the meantime, what do we have? The thing is, though, Kust has a lot more infrastructure. He's got 6 gateways already. His Templar Archives is done, and there isn't even a citadel for Must, and he's only got 4 gate. He's got 5 gateways now, but still, you know, Must only has these 2 Reavers. I think he needs to pull these back maybe to help defend. Although actually, well, there's a decent number of units here. Random DT suiciding into the front, so maybe actually that's fine. Oh, yeah. But Kust doesn't think so. Kust is going in. I don't think this is a good idea.
Terrible idea, terrible idea. Must, with a vastly superior army, is going to be able to easily hold up Kust, but Kust looks like he's committed. Must's going to be able to push him all the way back right now, though. And this is where it starts to get really bad in PvP. If you over-engage, you can get yourself in a really tough situation whereby you're chased all the way up to your own natural. You can get blockaded quite easily in this kind of fashion. It looks like Kust is going to have just about enough to hold on. He does have high Templar as well. Must could actually make the exact same mistake right here on the other side of things, unless he does have the goon count to make it happen. But I'm not sure if he does. He's going to have to pull back, otherwise he's going to risk losing this pretty expensive army right here. The goons starting to fall. This is not so good for Must, but he may actually be able to take this.
He's killed the natural, though. He's killed the natural, and he killed the mineral-only Nexus with those 2 Reavers. They were there for long enough, and he's now breaking through the front elegant. It looks like Must is going to take this game this time. I don't think Kust can stop it. He's coming out with some Zealots, but those 2 Reavers are still alive. Finally, Reavers in this game doing something useful, and here we go. 99, 101 supply to 61 for Kust. And the Reaver going into the main base. The probes have nowhere to run to. Where the hell did that Reaver Scarab go? Oh my god, these Scarabs, what are they doing? Troll. The Troll Scarabs.
That was a rich mineral line.
Paxilo blah!
I agree. Blah indeed. Blah.
I understand. We understand that part.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a happy statement. Meanwhile, Lancer X busting into the.
Oh wait! Oh, the shuttle does fail in the end. we must conclude the game on another fail shuttle though. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's good that he's winning even despite all his failed shuttles. Like no survivors. He's just bashing right in there with a sledgehammer, and. Yeah, that's going to be it for Kust. He seems pretty reluctant to leave, employing his very own version of Lancer X GG timing. But Lancer X not wasting any time. He's going to get right up the ramp. He's not going to mess around any further. Can't help but feel like those Reavers would be pretty handy at this moment in time. But never mind. It's probably going to make it work anyway right here. Really time to go for Kust. Meanwhile, Must still only on 2 bases. I'm surprised we don't see a third yet.
How does Kust have so much supply? He's got 3 Dragoons. He must have like 1 trillion probes or something. He's still at 37 supply.
He's got quite a few probes, even despite all the superb shuttle harass we've seen so far.
Alright, well, the GG timing. Oh, maybe he's making DTs? Oh, he is making DTs!
There is an observer. Oh no, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
Well, there are 2 observers, so maybe Kust was hoping that they'd cancel each other out and he wouldn't have vision. Alright, GG! Oh, as the last fail shuttle comes in.
There was 1 shuttle alive at the end of the game, but that doesn't mean anything.
Alright. Well, there we go.
Yeah, that was a bit of a comedy of errors at times, but overall, Lancer X managing to take it, I feel fairly comfortably throughout that game. Kust did not start off well with that fail shuttle. I'm just going to put that out there. That was a bad
I think we just had like epic fails on all sides, and then somebody won the game. Yeah. Something happened, and somebody won after many fails. Many fails were had.
But Lancer X does win a game, importantly, against someone who isn't Wallace.
Unfortunately, that's not going to last long, because our next game is Lancer X versus Siki.
Oh, poor Lancer X. He's going to go in on a high, but he's definitely not going to go out that way.
he's going to go out in tears.
He needs to not make shuttles. Don't do it. Don't make shuttles.
It's okay, just DT drop. Oh wait, no, this isn't scanned.
That also relies on shuttles.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah.
Damn. Alright, no shuttles allowed then.
Alright, let's see how creatively he can lose.
Okay. I have faith, Elegant. I have faith. It's fighting spirit. Okay?
Oh.
It's fighting spirit.
Don't get me wrong, I have complete faith, but in Zeki's ability to win this game.
Dude, Lancer X on Fighting Spirit is like, oh my god, what's that guy's name? The Gorilla Terran from Sospa.
Oh.
The big guy. No. Oh my god, what's that guy's name? The huge guy who only plays Fighting Spirit. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. Oh my god, I'm so bad.
The huge guy.
It begins with S, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Oh. I can see him in my mind now. Really, really big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shiny. That's
Shiny,
the one.
Yeah,
sorry. He's not Gorilla Terran, but he's like huge, like a gorilla.
Yeah, he's massive. Like, well, I don't know if he's actually that tall or if.
Yeah, that was my bad. Epoxide's right. Mong is gorilla, but that guy's humongous.
Yeah, he's enormous. He's ridiculous. He's like skyscraper Terran or something. Sorry, haven't done the introductions. Up in the top left-hand corner, spawning in as the orange Protoss, is obviously the mighty, the unstoppable, the occasionally incapable Lancer X. And down in the bottom left-hand corner, spawning in as the yellow Zerg, is the mighty, the Zerg, I'm going to say, Zeke. The guy who wins for fun. The guy who just demolishes everybody in his path. This guy is so good that he can actually go on fish and not look like total crap. That's how good he is.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
He's playing against Lancer X.
Hey, Epoxide likes Skyscraper Terran. He's probably going to use that in his next article. Dude, that's going to be a thing now. You've just made that a thing. Skyscraper Terran.
I do actually have a thing for names. I once managed to get my little brother, who was actually called Tyron, to be called Frank by everybody. I was actually able to change his name. Names are actually a thing that I do, so yeah, feel free.
See, that's good, but actually one of my colleagues at work is even actually did a better troll. So we had a new guy called Gabriel, and this guy managed to convince everyone to call him Gigi, and so now he has been called Gigi for like the past 2 years.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad.
It's pretty good though.
Wait,
we had a drone death, by the way. Zeke just lost a drone.
No. What?
Yes. Look at this probe. He's got 1 kill. He killed the drone that was going to make the hatchery.
Oh my god, he's going to win. Oh my god, Lancer X is actually going to win. He's the best player
Dude,
ever.
it's Fighting Spirit, I told you.
He's the best player ever.
He can't lose.
Yeah, he can't possibly lose. I redact my previous statements. I think Lancer X is going to win.
I think he did the wall wrong, though. He only left enough space between the Forge and the Nexus to make 1 row of cannons. Like, he can make a row and a half. You see this? He's wasting a lot of space. He can only make 1 row. He should... I think if he built it like the Forge 1 hex to the right, he could have made 2 rows.
Yeah, you're right. That's going to be... Well, the Zeke isn't really the Hydra Burst type. So
That's true.
It's probably not going to be too bad.
That's
probably going to be okay. And maybe Lancer X, knowing that, did this, because he's actually really good. Maybe. I don't know. But, anyhow, we do have a probe still running around in Zeke's main base. That probe is proving to be a little bit of a boss. He's getting a really, really nice scout on Zeke. Zeke unable to flush it out as of yet. He's got 1 ling doing the thing. Not making too much of an effort yet. Throwing down his 3rd base as well. So Zeke doing nothing too special as of yet. Going up onto layer at this point as well. While Lancer X, his expansion is now done, so let's see where he diverges to. It feels like his Cybernetics core is maybe slightly on the late side, but I guess not too
the
bad.
probe! Ah! Oh, he's gonna live!
He's gonna live.
Please!
Yeah.
1 time, he just needs like 2 more shields and he'll survive another hit. Oh man, this probe though. Dat Bisu probe. Sorry, Elliot, but that probe though.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, the probe's what's really happening in this game.
Oh wait, wait! No, he's still alive! No! Yes! He's alive! Oh my god, this probe! This probe, go! You can do it, probe! I'm sorry, I don't care what's happening in the base, guys. I just need this probe to live. Oh god!
He was as a god amongst other probes. He'll be remembered forever.
Oh man, he'll be enshrined. We need to make a statue to that probe. That boss probe.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done. That was
so we don't need to watch the rest of the game. Lancer X has been declared the victor because of that probe. Like, he wins by default. Yeah, it doesn't matter how the rest of the game goes. He won the game.
I like that. That's how it's going to be rewarded by coming back as a scout, which means he just gets to sit in the Stargate and do nothing. Ever. It's going to be good times for Mr. Zealot. But we do have Stargate, Citadel. Yeah, still pretty normal stuff coming out from Lancer X. He's going to be feeling confident after that. That was some good stuff. While Steaky getting the Spire. So both these guys looking really, really standard. Which is cool, but yeah, I don't know how this is going to work for Lancer X, to be quite honest. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not trying any kind of crazy like fast speed lot shenanigans or anything like that. He's actually got his his Templar Archives already and no second gateway yet. Should be starting soon though. He's got enough minerals. We need another gateway. Gateway please, somewhere. Maybe. No, no second gateway. Really? Is this gonna build pylons?
I guess he kind of wants to set it up a bit better. Do you ever do this when you think, you know, I need another gateway, but I don't want to make it in a disadvantageous and ugly position, so I need to get my next pylon up before I can actually make that happen.
See, I did that at one point, but then like that was just terrible. So I started started putting pylons in, you know, useful places.
Yeah, in preparation for when you will actually need gateways.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Forget the thing I just said. I would never do that. We do have the first Corsair out and about, heading on into the main base. Not going to find any overlords. Zeki's overlords are actually fairly spread out. A couple concentrated his natural expansion though, but he does have Scourge on the way, so Lancerac's going to have to be a little bit careful. The first is Scourge. Oh no! Oh no! And a little bit of a Zergling run by coming in as well. Just
wow.
As wanders out with his Zealots. That's not ideal. Of course, coming back around to defend against the Zerglings. Not quite sure what that's going to do.
That's
not
really,
going to be able to do too much.
That's really crazy because Lancerax moved out, got like 2 free Zergling kills with his Zealots, and I thought that Zeki would pull his Zerglings back, but then like he just went for the run by instead, which is pretty interesting. He's actually taken all the shields off this pylon and is still being annoying. Oh my god, he's gonna get this pylon! Oh yes, my god, what?
I guess,
what the hell?
That's just bizarre. Lancerac's now going for a little bit of an attack with 3 Zealots and DT, but there's no way that's going to work out very nicely.
Oh,
he needs to get that DT over there to save the Zealots right there. Oh no! Oh no, it's suddenly all going wrong for Lancerax. Oh my god, how did this happen?
He only knew how to micro probe. He's going to lose another pylon. Oh no, it's DT here to take care of it. But seriously, what the hell? Oh my god. Well, but you know what? You know what the good thing is, though, Illigan? Is that none of this actually matters because Lancerax already won by virtue of that probe, so it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah,
he already won the game.
Dead match.
It's kind of like when you kill Panda Bear guy, it doesn't actually matter anymore, like you've already lost the game, so...
But that actually works.
That's actually a thing.
This is just a guy with good probe micro. But probes are not such a key attacking unit in the later stages of the game, which is kind of where it all went wrong for Lancerac's.
Yeah. See,
Maybe he just needs to attack with probes.
No, see, what he should have done if he had such good worker control was play Terran, because you can actually just win the game with SCVs. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true.
Because SCVs, like, they hard counter everything. Like, they counter Lings, they counter Dragoons, they just counter everything.
Yeah, they are awesome. We have more Lings coming out right now for Zeki. They're not ready to do anything. They're going to be able to deny scouting, keep map vision, that kind of fun stuff. And he's just kind of looking a little bit turtly at his natural and his third right now. He's got spore colonies, he's got sun colonies, he's got the whole thing. Oh, a little bit of a run by coming in right now. Zeki again, just being really, really annoying. Oh no, he's going to get a high tempo snipe as well. Unless Lancerax can do something really intelligent about it. Not happening. And the high tempo does go down. Really, really unfortunate right there for Lancerax having that pop out just the wrong moment. And Zeki just being a complete boss with his Lings right here in Lancerax's main. Lancerax managing to flush out that Zergling up at the 12 o'clock position, so maybe he could actually get that base up and running fairly soon. Because there's no way he's really going to be able to break the natural or the third base at this point in time. There's Mutas out now as well.
Yeah, these Mutas have +1 carapace, and there's only 1 cannon in the main. Is he just going to die? Like, he's only got 1 Corsair.
No,
no, oh, he's got 4. Okay, never mind. I didn't see where the other 3 were. That's weird. Okay.
I mean, it's still not great because we do have a lot of Scourge in there as well. So this Scourge, the Muta can tank some cannon fire while the Scourge come in and deal with all the Corsairs, which is very, very possible. He needs to not lose too many probes right here as well. He can pull them back into cover of the cannons and lose only mining time rather than all his stuff. Corsairs coming back now, but he hasn't seen all that big fights of Scourge, which Zeki's going to pop out now at the crucial moment.
Oh, God! Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Just kidding. Sorry. Where's the storm? Oh my god, I can't click that Temple Archives. Elegant, click the Temple Archives. Where's the storm?
I can't find it.
Ah!
I don't see it researching.
What?
It might be done already, but he's just not using it.
He's got 75 energy. He's not moving his Templar though.
Oh bugger. He's lost all his Corsairs. He needs to storm. He needs to get some.
Oh! Oh, but he lost all the Corsairs. Oh god, this is not good. This is not. He's running his Zealots back as if that's gonna do something. He's like, I got this. We got this, guys. We'll distract the views. It'll be fine.
It's gonna be. Couldn't have gone any worse.
It's gonna be fine.
That couldn't have gone any worse. He landed a storm on his own High Templar, which was gonna die anyway. And another Muses died. Lancerax not looking in good shape right now.
Oh, this poor Goonie. And the Goonie's gone. And the cannon's gonna go. And the cannon's gonna go. Now he can just kill both of these pylons right now.
Not for the first time either. Oh god, one pylon going down. Zeke is just on free reign right now at Lance Rex's face. He needs to cancel that cannon. Yeah,
what are these zealots doing? They like ran forward, saw an overlord, and then ran away. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I think he was hoping they'd just be able to sneak by completely undetected. But that was obviously never going to happen. Looks like Lance Rex is going to manage to hold on just somehow for the time being. Those mutas pulling out. Afraid of a Dragoon and a Corsair, evidently. Maybe Zeke just wants to make it a more entertaining game, I guess. I don't know.
He probably is just like regrouping and then like macroing some, because it's pretty hard to like be constantly microing the mutas and macroing at the same time, and he doesn't want to just like not pay attention for a second and get them all stormed. So a lot of times you'll see the Zerg like fly out a little bit so that he can go back to his base and do stuff and then come back in. So like, I think that's what just happened there. It's a bit of just a macro round for Zeke.
Yeah, I think you're right. And here he comes back in with a decent number of mutas. He's going to be able to continue to wreak havoc on that natural mineral line. Do we have a storm? It's got to be a good storm this time. He cannot afford to waste. Storm.
Negative.
That was not good. You need to wait till the mutas stop.
It's okay, he'll just make an Archon, right? Wait, I thought he had another High Templar making. No, he's got 2 High Templar there.
Oh, he's got Storm,
Archon, please! Storm, please! Does he not realize it's a High Templar here? Does he, like, not see it? Dude, it's really hard to see because it's against the Nexus. Okay, he's got it. He has Storm, use it! Oh my god.
God, damn it. This is a lesson in how not to defend muta harass.
Dude, this is like one of my games.
That one storm he did get off. It was on moving useless like that. Oh god, that's a lot of Hydra. Okay.
That is many Hydras, and there's no storms left.
Yeah. Oh.
And we got +1. Although I guess wait, is that +3? Oh no, that's +2. Okay, +2 is done for the zealots, but that doesn't really matter. Oh wait, actually, there's a lot of zealots. Yeah, he might live. He might live.
I don't think so. The mutas are still in decent numbers. They're going to be able to be a big help in busting in there. That is so many Hydras, actually. Zeke really raining down the units on Lancer X's poor head right now. No storm to help him. He's got 1 storm on his way, but it's a little bit away yet. 2 storms rather on their way, but no dice. Zeke's just going to bust right in there. Lancer X being absolutely destroyed. GG!
It's okay though. He killed the mutas.
Yeah.
It's a victory.
Okay, so that was a lesson from Zeke right there. You do not kill my drones and get away with it. That was his recompense. See, we thought that he was onto a win there. All he did was anger the beast.
True that, I guess. True that.
So Zeke absolutely taking down Lancer X right there in the game. It started off well for the Protoss and then went hideously badly basically from there. I think he lost his first kind of bunch of Corsairs very cheaply. If you're able to keep them alive a little bit longer, keep them in the range of some of the cannons just a little bit more, and get up to a better number, he would have had a much easier time defending against his mutas. Even if he had to pull his probes off the mineral line for a while, it still would have saved him a lot of hassle later on.
I think he also crucially didn't just have at least 1 cannon that was actually in the natural mineral line. They were all at the front of the base.
Yeah.
I mean, like, 1 cannon as a base for the Corsairs to protect them a little bit makes such a huge difference. So, anyway, we're going to be watching another Zeke game here. It's going to be Zeke versus 0.
Alright.
I think that's what it said, actually. I can't remember now. Whatever.
No, we'll find out. It's alright.
Alright, it's going to be on Outsider again. A lot of Outsider games today, and here we go.
Let's do it.
So we got a good old MCA in the game too.
Oh, it's actually MCA for real. Wow.
It's the man himself.
BSL. Oh yeah, that was the Bombastic Star League. I remember that. What a name for a Star League.
Greatest name ever.
Bombastic Star League. It was quite bombastic.
Although every time I heard that, I thought of the K-pop song.
What K-pop song? I don't know it.
Dude, there's like some K-pop song where in the chorus it's like bombastic and elastic or something. It's like,
oh no,
it doesn't make any sense, but
it just makes me think of Basil Brush.
Yeah. Wait, what? What was that?
There's that old. There's an advert. Do you not know Basil Brush?
Yeah. What is that?
All right, it's like a little puppet thing. It used to be on TV. I don't know if it's still on TV. Oh my god! Did you see the SUVs just then?
Wait, what?
Did you not see the SUVs just then? Sorry, it's a complete tangent. They were like doing a little merry-go-round around the gas.
Dude, I turned off his vision, man. I didn't see it.
Oh no, that was amazing.
Oh, he's gonna try it on the command center though. I don't think. Can you do it on the command center? Oh, it's looking good. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that is actually skillful. It didn't take him very long to do that at all. Holy moly. That's pretty sick.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Zaraki knows the song. Apparently the song I'm thinking of is Shinny Ring Ding Dong. There you go.
Wow.
There you go, guys.
I'm gonna play that right after the cast.
Dude, Wingpon is apparently linked it in the chat. I don't actually want to play it so that my video doesn't get muted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe afterwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, we have spawning pool. We have gas from Mr. Zero, and down at the TikTok we have. I see. This is the problem. I don't know exactly what the builds were, but it's a slightly slower pool in gas from Ziki.
There was a spawning pool and an extractor at some point in the game.
Yeah, which of course means that Zero is slightly behind on the ground count at this point, but has slightly superior tech. So we'll see how that works out for him. That's just getting distracting now. The little merry-go-round in the top right, but I'm gonna have to turn that off. It is drawing my eye.
Is it still going?
Yeah, it's still going. He just
Nice.
left it. He just left it to happen right now. I didn't even know you could do that. I've never seen anyone do that before.
Wait, what? You didn't know you could do that?
No, I've never seen anyone do that before.
What? Dude, that's like a pretty common trick on extractors.
Really?
I didn't know you could do it on a command center, but I guess they're about the same size, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna do that whenever I'm opting a game.
Dude, it's not as easy as you think, actually. Like, I actually can't do it myself. I don't actually know exactly how you do it, but it's not as...
the SCVs to each other, right?
Yes, but it's not that easy. Like, you can try it. I guarantee you will fail.
I will try it. I will try it, and then I'll practice it like crazy. We have Zero moving in with a little bit of a zergling pressure, but Ziki, of course, is adequately prepared for this. He has the 2 drones out there, and he has a good handful of links right there as well, so he's going to be able to use his defender's advantage, of course, and should be able to see this off with relative ease. Zero is still poking in there. He managed to get a hit on one of the drones, but I think Ziki's just going to be a little bit too advanced for him to make any real headways here. Which, of course, should be the case. That really shouldn't be any way forward for Zero in this kind of situation. And Ziki should hold on fairly securely to this.
This is looking almost exactly like Zero's game against Julia, where he has the faster lair, but he's unable to really do anything with the initial Zerglings, and now Ziki just has to play defensively. So hopefully the game goes a little bit better for him than that game did. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, and we have the speed coming in from Ziki right there, and he's able to catch a couple of Zero's links in an unfortunate position. Zero trying to do the same thing, but he is unable to properly outposition Ziki, and Zero is going to get pushed back, as would be predicted. Now he's going to be pushed all the way back. Ziki able to really make up some ground right there. But yeah, like you say, if this game does go the same as it went against Julia, I can't possibly imagine it ending well for Zero. So hopefully he's learned a little bit from how that game went. Ziki looking tempted to try and push up that ramp a little bit. Probably not going to do so. He might just keep Zero at bay for the time being and get working on things back at home.
So what Julia did from this position was actually force the issue on the ramp and force his way up, just using superior link numbers, but it looks like Ziki actually didn't really produce that many more Zerglings to follow up, so he actually doesn't have enough Zerglings to do that, and he's just chilling at the bottom of the ramp, so already this game is slightly different than what we saw previously. And the Spire is about to pop for Zero. We did see Ziki, despite his lair finishing, pull all the guys off gas, knowing he wouldn't have his own Spire in time, so just not bothering to mine the gas right now, just mining those minerals to get the spore colonies up, which is absolutely correct. And in the meantime, he's just chilling here at the front, but as soon as the mutas come out, he will have to pull back. Once again, we see Zero building the sunken colony at the top of the ramp. I really don't like the sunken positioning. I've never seen a Korean player build a sunken in this location, and I think that's a good enough reason to not do this. It just it doesn't quite reach the ramp, and it also doesn't quite reach the back of your minerals. It also doesn't protect the Spire at all, so that just seems really bad.
Yeah, it's a little clumsy, isn't it? It's one of those things which sort of seems like a good idea if you don't really think it through far enough. Then it turns out it's actually a really, really bad idea. So I'm surprised to see Zero doing this. But yeah, like you predicted, we've seen Ziki go into just a straight-up defensive position. He's got the spore colonies down in good time. The only thing that can really make any good headways now is a really nice Zergling run by. But Ziki is very, very well prepared. That he knows that's basically the only thing that could be his undoing at this exact point. So he's really nicely prepared. Got a great Zergling spread up at his natural. So there shouldn't be any risk of that.
Yeah, that was the one thing that sort of made the game a little bit dangerous for Julia, was when Zero managed to get 4 links or 6 links in the base and kill one of the spores. But as you say, absolutely no chance of that with Ziki. He's even building another creep at the front. That might even be for his sunken. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that is in fact for his sunken. Really well positioned. So Ziki in super duper turtle mode is just not going to lose anything. He's lost an Overlord, but that's about it. Not even going to lose one Zergling here on the edge. And it's just like unbreakable defense here. No way for Zero to actually do anything. Looks like something, I guess a Ziki Zergling randomly ran into Zero's main here. Zero only has 5 drones on minerals.
That's insane. And this is the point where she needs to do something crazy and inventive. You might be able to get back in here and get some drone snipes. There's a little bit of an empty spot in the Spore Colony cover, but Ziki still has enough cover to make sure that those Muses aren't going to be able to do too much. Zero's micro just slightly falling short of perfect here. There's a couple of drones that he could have got, but just wasn't quite able to, had his micro been a little bit better. But yeah, his drone count is falling significantly behind right now. We have 13 drones, I believe, for Ziki versus 8. I think 8 for Zero, so that really doesn't bode well at all.
Yeah, and this game is looking very much like the game against Julia, although it looks like he's able to get some free shots on this extractor. If he's actually going to kill this, or actually able to kill this. Oh, and actually the bounce shots has killed a drone here. He might even get a second drone from this bounce, so this is actually doing a really good job. He's actually killed 2 drones here for free by bouncing off of the extractor. That's really nice.
Yeah, almost getting a third right there as well. Another drone on very low health. That's actually not great for Ziki because he doesn't have an extractor that is natural either.
Wow.
So no gas for Mighty Zerg just for a little bit. And his extractor in the natural, to be honest, is susceptible to the exact same issue. The Spore Colony just doesn't cover it. And he might start losing drones in his natural here as well. Zero doing a slightly better job here already of exploiting some weaknesses in Ziki's defense. And they do exist. They are there.
They are, but it looks like Ziki's running around with the one Zergling, but once again it's picked off by that Sunken Colony. By the way, Zero did actually lose 1 Muta while picking off the extractor, so not completely perfect micro. Meanwhile, Ziki building another Spore just to help cover that extractor, and has also now started mining from his natural extractor. So back onto the gas, and wow, a lot of free shots going on these Mutas. Zero really needs to be a little bit more careful about that.
Nice though, Zero coming in and getting some good drone kills. Managing to catch 3 drones right there and not losing any Mutas, taking a lot of hits, but even still maintaining his Mutas count. That's nice stuff for him. He's going to be able to take down this extractor here as well. I don't think he needs to bother with the micro. He could just hold position and not run the risk of microing in and out of range of that Spore Colony. Finally, Ziki has some Mutas out of his own, but he has taken pretty heavy drone losses in the meantime. He's now on 12 drones. He has been able to re-drone a little bit. Zero still on 8 though. Hasn't been able to make any extra drones at all. He's just been pumping everything he has into making more Mutas. And his Mutas count is now getting quite significant. 9 Mutas to 3.
Zero's going to go all in at the front. He's made a lot of Zerglings here. I think he's just going to go for a combo bust at the front, but I don't really see how that's going to work with a well-positioned Sunken as well as the Spores here. I mean, if there was no Sunken here, and he just kind of focused with the Mutas on the Zerglings, that might work, but here we go. He's going in. There's no way this is going to work. Oh my god.
Possibly can. Just absolute Zergling carnage right there for Zero, and Ziki is more than equal to it. With that Sunken Colony, useless support, and plenty of links as well, that's very easy to see off. Zero making a slightly odd choice there. I know we said he had to do something interesting, but we didn't mean that. Do something that's going to work, for God's sake.
Yeah, that was not good. And by the way, the secondary problem with this is that Zero's only producing off 1 hatchery, so Ziki can much more easily just replenish with Zerglings and counterattack with him now that he knows it's an open base. Whereas Zero's got to really use his larva wisely here. And here we go, Ziki going for a bit of a counterattack, but going to get stopped at the top of the ramp. No big deal here. He's already massing up his own Air Force with Mutas and Scourge. And with 2 gas against Zero's 1, that's just not going to go well. Oh man, Zero is going to micro down these Scourge. Does micro them down. Alright, not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, actually doing a nice job right there. But Ziki is already catching up quite worryingly in the Mutas count. It's now 8 Mutas for Zero and 5 for Ziki, and that's only going to get worse from this point on, although the drone count is still very, very close. 13 for Ziki, but still only 8 for Zero. He needs to make up some ground somewhere, otherwise he's just treading water. All he's done up to this point is just keep himself in a kind of stable position. He's running his Mutas through enemy fire unnecessarily there again. And he's really not being able to make any headway at this point, even still.
I don't understand why Zero keeps making Zerglings. Like, that's just not... Oh no, he stopped moving! Oh my god, he stopped moving, and now Ziki goes in. There are Zerglings counterattacking, but it doesn't even matter. They might get the 1 Spore Colony, but Zero's Mutaforce is dead, and GG from Zero. He doesn't actually even kill the Spore Colony. And Ziki takes him down.
Nice gamer there from Ziki. Very, very well collected. He did have some gaps in his defense though, which Zero was actually able to exploit fairly well, getting lots more drone kills than I would have imagined against Ziki. But yeah, you let your Muta stop in a situation like that, and Ziki's just all over it. Though. Absolutely destroyed right at the end there. And honestly, his play he wasn't able to make use of the early Zerglings anywhere near enough to really bring out its strong points in either game.
I mean, at least in this game against Ziki, he used the mutas a lot more effectively, as you said. But Ziki's defense was just rock solid there in the positioning. I mean, yes, he lost a couple of drones with that extractor as well, but then he just, stuck another spore there and was completely fine. And, man, that was it. So, there you go. Chalk another win up for Ziki.
Exactly as we expected, to be honest. No one's actually genuinely expected to beat Ziki apart from Scan.
Hey, Eon Zerg did it!
Eon Zerg did it, that is true. That is true. Eon Zerg is a boss, though, as we all know.
This is true.
Then losing to Diamax, bizarrely. This tournament's been a really interesting flip-flop there.
Speak of the devil, our next game is going to be none other than Diamax against Zero.
Oh,
and you know what this means? You know what this means? If Zero tries to go for the Hydra Bust, he's in big trouble.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Alright, let's see. It's going to be on Andromeda.
Okay. Deeply unprofessional eating a carrot in the middle of the game.
Carrots are
spawning into the carrots are pretty good. Spawning in at the bottom left-hand corner as the Grey Zerg, we have Mr. Zero, and spawning in at the top left-hand corner as the Teal Protoss, we have Mr. Diamax, who has already shown us one fantastic PvZ so far today against Eon Zerg. So can he repeat that in this game here? Zero, I feel, probably is a less intimidating opponent as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he does this.
Yeah, the only thing, well, the one thing I think is going for Zero right now is Andromeda is not like particularly conducive to going Hydra Busts, so we'll have to see how a long game plays out. I mean, Andromeda, I think you are generally going to see longer PvZs, and I don't know. I mean, DMX, sure, his defense is pretty good, but as long as you have decent scouting, I think defending against Hydra Bust isn't too difficult. I mean, yes, his counterattacking with the DT drops and everything was actually fantastic. But we'll see how his overall gameplay is, especially on Andromeda where the middle of the map is super duper open. You really have to be careful with your army positioning and movements as a Protoss, not to get caught out in a random position with like your High Templars in wonky positions.
Yeah, that's so important, and it's so easy for that to happen, especially when you've got a big open map, but with these kind of sort of different pathways through the middle whereby you can get your army unfortunately quite unpleasantly split up and your High Templar can wander off, and the Hydras can get some great surrounds if you let it happen.
Yep. And meanwhile, we are just going to see a Forge Fast expand from our Protoss player. And on the other side, it's going to be a 12 pool? Is that what that was? I think that's what that was.
Yeah.
That is a bit unusual.
Yeah, now the drone going out to the front as well. But that probe already on very low health. Why is that?
I'm not sure, but you know what I think has happened here? I think initially Zero wanted to go for a 12th hatch, but he realized that it would get blocked by the probe, so he just made a spawning pool.
Yeah.
Because 12 pool doesn't make quite as much sense to me in ZVP. It's almost always a 12 hatch or an over pool in ZVP. I'm pretty sure that was just a reactive one where he just figured he would not be able to get the hatchery. And he's correct, as you can see, the pro being very aggressive in blocking this. He's even just made the hatchery at the middle only. He's also taken the gas quite quickly here. I would have said that can lead into some kind of super fast 2-hatch muta play, but then he went and got the middle only, so that's no longer possible.
I was about to say, it seems a little bit inconsistent because the strategies don't really carry over. Natural with gas, natural without gas. It's I don't know. I think he's gonna. That demonstrates quite clearly that he's gonna really be winging it this game. So,
you know, what I really
not quite sure what that indicates. Go on.
I really love that Diamax went Nexus before cannon, and he's not even making 2 cannons; he's making 1. I love this. Good. We've seen so many Protoss go for this aggressive hatchery block and then go like 2 cannons before Nexus, which means like your Nexus isn't even that fast compared to the hatchery, even though you blocked it. It's like you delayed yourself as well. But he's like, he's just going balls out here. He's like, all right, I'm just going to go Nexus first anyway. And this is completely paid off. So I really like this.
Why not? And he's got a second cannon coming in now as well because he is seeing a fairly good number of lings. We've got 8 lings out and about right now, so I can see why the second cannon would be happening right now. But the Nexus timing is really crucial, and he's getting the gas now as well. I feel like he could have even saved some cash by not making that second pylon so quickly as well. He could have used the supply from the Nexus, although of course that does make cybernetics score positioning a little bit difficult, so it could be a little bit of a trade-off.
Whoa! Cannon in the main. What?
What?
That is madness. He's just like, is he just assuming a run-by is going to happen? He's correct, because there are actually speedlings. Oh, he must have scouted the gas with that probe before it died, and just knew it was a speedling opening. This is actually so good. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know. Well, I think this is really good. Oh, but it might just be a bust. Or is it going to be a run-by? No, it's going to be a run-by. Only 4 lings are going to make it in, and they're going to realize there's already a cannon here. Oh my god, this is so perfect. Wow, DNX is like the master of early game PvZ. Holy moly.
Yeah,
he knew it was coming, and he built a cannon at the perfect time.
Yeah, he's also playing against... Oh, no, it's Zero. Does Zero tend to do this? I don't know if he's got a particular reputation.
I'm not really sure. But,
yeah,
you know, considering the hatchery was blocked for so long, and yet we saw the early gas, which could basically, because he got the natural at the mineral only, the early gas could basically only be for speedlings. So DNMax basically knew exactly what was going on, and then just like, all right, let's make a cannon in the main then.
Yeah, not bad. We have another hatchery coming in for Zero here at his mineral only as well. So he's going up to four hatcheries before lair. Big talk from him. Let's see if he's got anything to back it up. But DLMax, Zero gone.
Fear the Queen mate just had a great line. Don't try to run by against a Peruvian.
That is true.
Because DNMax, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, is in fact Peruvian. So there you go. He knows all about it.
Yeah. I mean, DMX has probably seen this a million times. A million times over with his Peruvian buddies. Wouldn't be surprised. And he's got a Citadel coming in. Is that before? Oh no, the Stargate was his natural. Excuse me. And that's Zealot.
Oh, the Zerglings killed the drones. Killed the Zergling. The drones just killed the Zergling. The Zealot only has the Zealot killed 1 ling and 1 drone, and the drones killed the Zergling. What the hell?
Oh, and the drone just blocked off the links from getting the...
Oh god, the traitor drones! The traitor drones!
That just went so unnecessarily badly for Zero. Didn't go so badly in the end, but even still, that's just genius.
Oh my god. This is how good DNMax is at early game PvZ. He's so good, he like mind controlled those drones.
Somehow.
without even having the mind control spell.
And now DNMax has managed to supply block Zero as well, because Zero left his Overlord hanging around too long in an obvious position. Very nice. That shouldn't last too long though. It's still supply blocks on 28-28. That's really, really awkward, and that means of course he isn't going to be able to... Oh no, he does have a couple of Hydras out already. Excuse me, I thought this was about to get really bad if he didn't even have any Hydras out on the pitch yet. He does. What am I saying pitch for? I mean in the game, in general. It's a football match or something. But he might be able to pick up 1 or 2 more Corsairs before any decent number of Hydras. 1 or 2 more Overlords, excuse me, before any more Hydras are on the pitch, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I said pitch again! Oh god damn it, you say something.
It's the carrots, guys. It's the carrots. There's something in those carrots. It's the homemade hummus. He put something weird in it. He's going crazy. That's what's going on, guys. Don't worry. By the way, I think DNMax has walled himself in completely now though, so he's probably gonna have to kill his forge or something to get out, which is not ideal. But I guess I'll just have to wait until the upgrade finishes and like rebuild it somewhere. In the meantime, Hydra upgrade's on the way. It was basically a 4-hatch Hydra opening that it turned into, whether it was intentional or not. It just kind of turned into that. In the meantime, we got some Hydras here at the front. They actually do have their speed upgrade, so they can micro sort of against these Zealots, but still got to be a little bit careful. There's not that many of them, although it looks like no upgrades for these Zealots. So yeah, these Zealots are moving out. They do have speed, but no attack upgrades. Actually, dude, Zero can fight this. I don't know why he's running. He has enough stuff. He should just turn around and kill these. Oh man, 2 random Hydras just like rallied to the front, gonna suicide for no reason. The random Corsair are actually still alive, gonna kill an Overlord at the bottom right, so gonna get 2 kills actually in the end. And yeah, Zero just kind of all over the place here, although it looks like he finally manned up and turned on these Zealots.
Yeah, but he gave up a fair amount of position there. That was a little bit of a window for Zero to kind of get out on the back of it. I mean, he wasn't really able to take advantage of it, but that wasn't great for Zero. But now, I don't know if this is a good idea for DLMax, just throwing his units way too far forward, losing a couple of zealots as a result. He needs to really hold on to his units as much as he possibly can right now in order to get a good Sunny army going. And here we go. Zero actually going for the bust. Again, I'm not sure if this is the best idea. We do have 4 photon cannons in there to defend DLMax. And Zero throwing away a lot of units in this endeavor. DLMax deciding to pull his probes. He pulls them way too far out and they get out of range of the cannons. There's still a lot of hydrogens remaining. He's going to be glad of those probes in just a second. He really needs to get a serious defense on. This is bad times. This is what happens when you lose pretty too many zealots in the early stages of those engagements.
This is a really cool timing. I mean, the thing is, like, it's interesting. So when you go 4 Hydra, obviously you're delaying... GG! What?
How many overlords did he lose? How many overlords did he lost?
I don't know. All right, guys. There you go. That's the game. That's the game. It was.
What did we not see? What did we not see?
I guess he was just all in on that or something. I don't know.
But he wasn't all in. That's a head scratcher. That's a good one.
So moving on.
Moving swiftly on. Definitely.
Oh my god. Well, that's okay because we get another game from Zero though. So.
Do we?
We get Zero versus Lancer X this time.
Zero has.
This is good. This is gonna be the guy who never GGs against the guy who just GG just like for no reason.
Well, we know he's gonna win this one in advance, don't we? If Lancer X just stays in for long enough, Zero will eventually GG out.
Exactly.
And that'll be the end of it. Zero actually has yet to win a game in the round robin stage. I don't think we've actually seen him win a single game yet.
Zero?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
I think he hasn't taken a single one. Yeah, he's lost now to Eon Zerg. He's lost to Scan. He's lost to DLMax, who suddenly started winning games. I guess that one extra week was all he needed to tweak out all those fatal errors in his play. Yeah, he's just losing thick and fast. He's lost to Ziki. That's kind of excusable.
That is. By the way, I don't see you in this game. Have I just lagged out? Have you lagged out?
Hang on. Fuck! Oh god! Fucking god!
Dude, wait, it's so weird though because I can see like the anti-hack message from you, but you never actually got in the game.
I just got destroyed.
Are you actually?
I ended up in a Steve Man game. Yeah, watching the game and thinking, why the hell is Nada in my game?
Correct. Oh my god. Well played, Steve Man. Well played. Everybody bow down to the Steve Man.
That's exactly what he said before he left the game.
Bow down. Bow down, everybody. Elegant is bowing. Elegant is bowing down to the Steve Man. I don't get it though because I can see your anti-hack message unless that was from the last game or something. Maybe it's from the last game. Nice.
Alright, let's just move on from this.
Wait, but I have the name Say1 though, so how did you even go in his game?
I joined Say /1.
Yeah, that's like I have that game name.
What the hell?
So how did you make that game?
Okay, remake, because now I can't join because it says your game has already started. So what? Alright,
I'll use your game name then.
How did he do it?
Man, that is magic. This guy's good.
How did he do that?
Steve Man the boss.
And now I can't even join.
Dude, I'm on your game name.
Yeah, it says the latency is too high. Okay, I'll just host.
Alright, host it up. Alright, now I gotta dodge the Steve Man game.
I feel wrong. I feel filthy.
Oh man, wait, what name was he using though? Like what game name? Like not game, like username, player name.
I don't know what username. It was something to do with Sayle. I don't know. I didn't even bother to check, to be quite honest.
Oh man, wrecked.
And it's Zero versus Lancer X now, right?
I don't know. It's the last game in the folder.
Yeah. Oh. How is this guy allowed to exist?
Dude, he's so skilled, man. Dude, I'm happy to have him as like as our troll because clearly he's like the most skilled troll on the internets.
But he's just making a fool out of me week on week.
Dude,
week on week.
Hey man, you gotta sharpen up your anti-troll skills, okay? All right.
I'm so innocent,
dude.
I'm exactly as fresh and.
I bet you sent like money to a Nigerian prince too, didn't you?
Probably. I don't know. I just give it out when it's asked. I'm such a sucker. Oh, after that debacle, in which I managed to make it into a game featuring well-known pro gamers and still wasn't smart enough to question where I was or what I was doing.
It's like, hey, wait, Lancer X's smurfing is not a what?
And I was like, whoa, Nada is spectating this game. It's pretty cool. So I guess I'm just a massive loser. In the top right-hand corner, we have IFU Must, aka Lancer X. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have Zero, who just lost, weirdly, to DR Max with some bizarre GG timing. I think it must have been something to do with the fact that he was losing all his overlords back at home.
Yeah.
Because I did briefly go back and check just after that all-in, just the second before he GG'd, and there were Corsairs killing lots of overlords. So that must have been it.
Yep, makes sense. And I guess he must have been slightly frustrated as well. You know, he got his hatchery blocked for a while, and he's just kind of like, screw it. I'll just try and kill him. You know how it is. Especially versus DRMax
as well, because no disrespect to DRMax, he's actually playing very well at this point, but I guess people would have thought that he would be a bit more of a kind of scratching post rather than an actually serious threat, whereas now he's actually managing to do fairly well. And this has been a frustrating round so far for Zero. He hasn't actually won a game yet. He was probably hoping that would be his one, but it wasn't to be the case, and now we're going to have a little bit of fancy hatchery blocking from Mr. Lancer X as well. Oh no, Zero, don't let it happen. The drone, of course, 1 hit point less than Mr. Probe right there. But it's not going to happen, it's going to be alright. Lancer X can keep being annoying though.
Hey, remember, Lancer X's probe is the one that killed Zeki's drone and stayed alive for like an hour, so you can't underestimate this guy. It's pretty good.
True. Yeah, but the drone is, oh no, it doesn't even have enough minerals to make the hatchery, so the drone's just kind of out there.
Oh my god, Nexus first too. Baller. Baller!
Right. Although that forge is going to be pretty late. So making the forge now, will the cannons be up in time?
I think the Zerglings will likely chase the probe, so it'll be okay.
But if they don't, because
if they go straight to the base, that's going to be quite close.
Yeah, the Overlord is moving back over the forge ground now, so we might actually see just how late the cannon time is going to be. So this is going to be kind of on the edge. I think it's going to work out just the right for Lancer X.
I think it'll be okay.
Actually. Yeah, looking at the timing, it's not quite as close as I actually thought it would be. Yeah, it's okay. We get all the
It's
very nice from Lancer X. He's made up a lot of time right there. Adding into the fact that Zero has had to make his natural expansion at his third base location, so that's obviously very disadvantageous for drone transfer time and the like. So not working out too well for Zero in the early game. He's taken quite an economic hit compared to his opponent at this point.
Yeah, this is good. He's got a nice wall up front too. The left side of the forge is actually Zergling tight, even though it doesn't look like it. And even gonna get some free shots on the Overlord. I am loving this opening. Although it looks like this probe that's sneaking around the bottom right has actually been spotted, so the Zerglings are like trying to intercept, although they can't really find it. Oh wait. Oh, do they see it?
Maybe. No, they're gonna go up. They're gonna go up on top.
Oh no! Oh no, they juked themselves. Oh man. Zero
is not getting better.
He outsmarted himself there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. This day is not getting better.
Oh man, the probe doesn't realize he can actually run through. Oh wow, the probe did not realize he could just go through there. Oh wait! Oh. Wait, he juked him again! The jukes! Oh. The Lancer X probe jukes! They're real.
So good with his probe. He's so good with his probe. And it looked like he was drilling it there as well. I'm not quite sure how. Maybe... No, he couldn't possibly.
Oh, Overlord at the front! Oh
no! I feel like Zero is just kind of going on tilt. I feel like his mindset must be really bad at this point, actually, if you put yourself in his shoes.
Dude, I would be so mad.
It feels like it's kind of all going wrong, like it's all falling apart. He needs a win. He really, really seriously needs a win. A little bit of rumor happening here. And he's not DR Max. Lancer X, actually doing a really, really nice probe drill to block this choke point, but there is no cannon ready and waiting this time. He's tricking out all his probes in preparation to try and take care of these Zerglings efficiently, but Zero should be on top of that, and maybe this is going to be his way to really make up for that early economic deficit. Zealot now out as well, but probably going to be a little while before he can flush out those Zerglings. Oh, unfortunately losing one of them very, very cheaply there, getting stuck at the gas.
Yeah, I would be really mad if I was Zero right now, especially because he invested speed here and he hasn't actually killed a probe yet. But the thing is, though, that for some reason this probe count is actually quite low. I'm not really sure what's going on. I guess Lancerex cut probes a little bit at some point. But his probe count was a little, well, actually, yeah, it sort of looks okay. It's kind of meh. But he does have to start getting on the way now. And these two things are still alive. Have they actually killed anything? They have not actually killed anything yet. Wait, nope. No kills. But we do have 4-hatch Hydra again. Or I think it is actually. He's got the lair, but he had the 4th hatch.
Yeah.
Oh, and the counter zealot.
Yeah, I like that counter zealot. No kills as of yet, but he's probably going to be able to grab a drone right here. Will Zero be able to micro his way out of it? Oh, man, he's pulled that drone over to the natural. Very nice stuff from him right there. Oh, losing one. Will he lose a second one as well? Oh, wow. It looks like he will. That's unfortunate after doing such a good job.
Wow!
Oh, Zero. I'm starting to really feel for this guy.
And while that was going on, his Zerglings just suicided into the natural cannons for some reason. So he's no longer got Zerglings in his opponent's base. Damn, how did that still get 3 drones? That's really bad. Oh my god, there's another one! Yeah. Oh wait, he's gonna die though.
And a third one coming into the natural right now as well. He just needs to keep that one in the main alive long enough to start causing havoc with the one in the natural. Which is definitely going to happen in just a second right here. He might be able to grab himself some drones right now. Zero is just all over the place. He's having so much trouble staying on top of this stuff. Running all his drones away from the natural now as well. Oh damn.
And another drone falling straight away in the natural. I guess that was already previously damaged. And looks like, though, is going to clean up the Zealot.
And his supply blocks as well.
Oh man, 36 of 36 does clean up that Zealot. Meanwhile, what do we got going on? Oh man, the damaged Overlords at the front were both just chilling there. So this Corsair has 2 easy kills. This Overlord's already pretty significantly damaged. So this Corsair just needs to walk over and kill it. I believe that a supply block 0 again. Yes, it has. So not going well for Zero. Meanwhile, Templar Archives well on its way for Lancer X. He has found this other damaged Overlord. That's going to go down. A third Overlord actually just wandering in. A big Zergling and run in again, but there's already 2 Zealots here. Not really going to accomplish much. Oh my god, and the probe transfer, although the probe transfer is a bit slow because these were speedlings, but that's a third Overlord that's going to fall right now. Looks like a bunch of Overlords were made by Zero to try and compensate, but still not ideal. Although these Zerglings in the main base are causing quite a bit of disruption, though.
Yeah, but it's going to have to be really a lot in order to really undone everything that's happened so far. Both those Zerglings popping at once. Nice for Lancer X. Zero is still supply blocked at this point. He's got to get something out which can deal with these Corsairs. Otherwise, he may never get unsupply blocked. We could see just a straight up repeat of last game's GG. And he's managing to still do some decent running about action with the Zerglings in Lancer X's mineral line, but he only has 1 remaining him now, so won't be able to do too much damage with that. And he just needs to get a good Hydra count up and try and do something at Lancer X's front door. We do have DTs on the way out though, and of course there's no Overlords remaining on the map anywhere near Lancer X's space, so he's going to be safe for the time being. Yeah,
but it looks like just some defensive Hydra positioning with Overlords as well from Zero, so he's just gonna chill for a little while. The Zerglings at the front in the base were cleaned up, but the Corsairs also sort of retreated. A few more cannons going at the front just for safety. So I think this game now is just gonna enter a bit of a quiet period as both players macro up a little bit. I mean, aside from the Corsairs, there isn't really much the Paralis can do to move out just yet. And similarly for the Zerg, because he doesn't even have Overlord speed, he can't really afford to leave his base and just risk a DT running in. So I think both players will just chill and macro up. And yeah, it looks like Overlord speed actually only just now started because he did get that delayed layer going for the 4-hatch.
Yeah. So these Corsairs are going to cause some real trouble as soon as those Hydras move out, which we see so often. And now Lancer X is in a pretty good position just to kind of sit back and make himself safe and get a good army going just for a little bit. He's got Storm on the way, he's got 1 High Templar already in. Probably should pull it back to the safety of his cannons, but he's also being able to get a free 3rd base as well, and this is exactly the kind of thing that Zero just does not want. That 3rd base, Lancer X isn't even needing to defend it, he's just making it. He's just making it.
Oh, DT block, DT block!
Oh!
Oh, no, he wasn't on attack move.
Would have liked that though.
That would have been pretty cool. But that Hydra is going to go scout the 3rd base. I'm not really sure if Zero can actually do anything about this though. He still doesn't have Overlord speed. I guess the only thing he can really do is maybe get a 4th base if he just slowly migrates a few Overlords to the 6 o'clock or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's going to be so hard to break up this base with an hour ramp.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty much impossible, I would say. It would be a very surprising thing. We've got 2 cannons up in the high ground there. We've got 3 zealots blocking it. I'd say that's the high ground basically usually pretty safe against ground units unless there's an overwhelming advantage on one side. And that's going to be coming in very soon for Lance Rex, at which point he's probably going to have a pretty nice explosion of gateways. And I just don't see how Zero is going to be able to stay level on macro once they're both on 3 bases.
Wow. Zero also only just finished his Hydralisk range, so that's actually pretty late as well. Although it is now that that's done as well as I believe Overlord Speed, he's moving out. Although the Overlords are getting a little bit caught out of position here. Is he going to lose any? No, it looks like they are going to get back to the Hydras in time. And now the Courser is actually flying straight over the Hydralisk. Oh my god, he's going to lose 1 Courser only, but take significant damage on the rest of them. And now the big attack is coming over. These probes actually transferred too earlier and are now stuck in the middle of the bases. They're just going to get caught as they go back to -3 o'clock. Although it looks like the Hydras are not quite close enough. No, going to come in to intercept a few of these probes. Going to lose 3 probes just by a mistimed transfer there. But I think with these High Templar, oh, there we go, is going to defend.
Yeah, it's going to be okay for now for Lance Rex. He's got enough Storm there to see these Hydras. See these Hydras off for the time being. He's got a fair number of Zealots as well. Pushing out, maybe a little bit too early. I feel like Zero can push forward and take out those High Templar, even if it did cost him the vast majority of his Hydras. I think it would still be worth it, but he's looking reluctant to do so, splitting up a small Hydras force right there. He has got some more weight around the back as well. He could potentially do some nice stuff, getting in there and taking out some High Templar. There he goes. He's seen the big crop of High Templar.
Oh man!
Be able to get just the one. That could have gone a whole lot worse.
Yeah, he gets 1 Storm and 1 High Templar for, what is that, just 3 Hydralisks. I'd say that's a pretty fair exchange. Pretty good exchange for Zerg. By the way, in classic Lance Rex fashion, as Dr. Shrinker has pointed out, the 3rd Nexus is in fact too far from the gas. So, well, that's just confirmation that he is in fact not smurfing. By the way, also, just because he wasn't sure, he's put 4 guys on the natural gas as well. Actually, I think he needs that. I think this might be too far.
Yeah. I don't think it's too far, although maybe...
No, it is. It is, because look at this. The natural hatchery needs to be off-center from the minerals on this map. See, his nexus is centered on the minerals. That's incorrect. On Bloody Ridge, your hatchery... Like, look at this hatchery. This hatchery is off-center to the minerals. That's what it should be.
Oh, Lance Rex. He just goes for the mineral visual reference. He doesn't actually check it. Just check it. The Nexus tells you where it needs to be built. It's like, put me here, put me here. Don't put me there. This is... How does he do it every time?
It's because it's not Fighting Spirit, Elegant.
But it blows my mind. He's actually...
Hey, at least he put 4 guys on the gas, although he only put 3 on the 3rd.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if every time he sees that happen, he goes, oh man, that's so stupid of me. Or if he just thinks, huh, that's funny. The Nexus is quite far away from the gas in this
What he thinks is, why is this not Fighting Spirit?
Yeah, I mean,
that's what he really thinks. He's like, this wouldn't have happened if this was goddamn FS.
Yeah, but he seems able to win occasionally, even regardless of this fascinating blind spot he has. A very curious blunder that he makes every time. Zero now does have quite a large army. I feel like Lance Rex is falling significantly behind in terms of his standing army. Zero could definitely shut him down if he moves out at this point. I can't help but feel that Lance Rex needs to be a little bit careful for the time being, because this is that sort of delicate point at which a lot of protesters get overconfident and push out thinking, I've been building up a big army for a while, it's probably time for me to go, but actually they don't quite have the force as of yet. They haven't quite got to that point.
Yeah, there's actually basically no difference in the supplies now, 132 to 131, which is pretty in favor of the Zerg. I mean, I guess that's because Lancer X took a quick 3rd and Zero's only just now getting his 4th, so economy-wise, Lancer X is really in a pretty good position. But here we go, a big attack. The Obs actually gets picked off straight away, but the Storms, oh my god, Zero's not even trying to dodge the Storms. He's just running headlong into them, and at the end of the day, the field is littered with corpses, and Elegant is making a very frowny face right now.
It's like he wasn't even trying. He just sort of A-moved and thought it was going to work out okay. Like a bit of a kind of hit and hope. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. You guys just go, see what happens. But it's not the way the Zerg army works. If you don't take care of your army gets squashed. And that's exactly what happened right here. Lancer X now able to push out with a really, really nice unit advantage. Zero trying to macro up again, but he just wasted what was a really, really nice army. If he'd been dodging those Hydras back, using them in conjunction with the Lurker block, he could have had a good position right there, even despite what has gone so far in this game. But look at this, he might catch a little bit of the crop of High Templar right there. He's coming with some Zerglings. He might be able to do some nice damage to Lancer X's army going forward.
Wow, I think he's gonna get 3. Oh man, that's actually huge. Only 2 Storms left with this army. Must apparently just amused by this. I would not be that amused if I just lost 3 Templars, but hey, it's all good.
Yeah,
by the way, I noticed one thing actually. His his probe saturation at his natural is not that good. Even in his main, it's not that heavily saturated. So I guess that's partially why the supplies are much closer than you might expect. Even now, Lancer X has less than a 20 supply lead after massacring the Zerg army. So Zero seems to be doing a much better job of macroing up. However, Lancer X is now going for the bottom right base, and remember this is a 2-player map, so we can very easily end up in a split map situation where both players have even bases, which I think is generally favorable for Protoss.
Yeah, I tend to think that's the case as well. But I don't know, I think it's going to be a little bit tricky for Lancer X to hold on to that bottom right-hand base. Although having said that, his army is still wildly superior. I mean, Zero really doesn't seem to have anything. There we go. That's what you're meant to do. You move your Hydra just backwards in the meantime while the Storm's doing its thing. It prevents all your units from getting destroyed.
He's going for the Obs. He's going for the Obs. Can he get it? Oh, he gets the second Obs, and there's no more observers with the army, so the Lurkers will hold.
And now if Zero can just kind of hold that position a little while longer, he might actually eventually be able to sort of leapfrog it forward a bit and push Lancer X back, at which point that bottom right-hand corner base does become very difficult to defend, not from a large army, but from guerrilla attacks, from groups of Zerglings and the like coming in on that kind of lower pathway. So that could be nice for Zero if he can achieve a bit more of a forward position. Going up and scouting that base at the top cop as well, seeing that there's no expansion there. He's doing some nice running around with those Lings though, and they give him some good map presence. He might be able to go in and grab a couple more, although there are barely any high Templar, even still in Lancer X's army, but now he's ready to move forward. He's got another Observer in the mix, and Zero needs to get there and try and do something decent, but oh, we see the high Templar go down again. Will he get the final one? He does get the final one, but he does have some pretty significant force still behind him. He does have another Observer. Oh, the Observer goes down again! And once again, Lancer X is forced back. Zero doing a very nice job repeatedly of holding on here, actually making up some ground in the meantime.
Zero's actually moving forward here, having sniped all the High Templar. He feels sort of confident. He is getting decent exchanges, but has to pull back. He did lose a lot of the Lurkers, though, although there are a couple left, and without Obs, again, the Protoss cannot continue. But that's okay, because Lancer X, while this is going on, has got this bottom right base up. So he is sending some probes over now. So even though he hasn't been able to actually attack into the 6 o'clock base, he started mining his own base. And in fact, the 6 o'clock isn't even actually mining for some reason, even though it's up. I don't actually know why. Zero has plenty of drones to transfer, but Zero now does have his Defiler mound, so he can start making some sick Defiler plays, which are going to be really annoying considering the number of Dragoons there are in this Protoss army. No Reavers to speak of just yet. I don't think there's any Reaver tech. Very few Archons, in fact. Actually, are there any Archons left? No Archons
left. No
Archons,
no Reaver tech. So actually, Lancer X's army is in pretty poor shape at this point. There's just a lot of gateway units. He's just got Dragoons and Zealots entirely at this point. No tech whatsoever, which starts to get really, really bad as he gets into later stages when both Swarm and Plague start to come in.
We might have an engagement. The Protoss army is moving to the top left. Is the Zerg going to respond? He sees it coming. He's moving up.
Like he's moving up. Kind of needs to get
here's a swarm. Where the Plague's at. The Plague research is done. We need to see some Plagues. This army is so vulnerable to Plagues right now. It's all Zealots and Dragoons. But he is moving forward, though. The Lurkers were not actually burrowed. They weren't in position, but there's the burrow. These Zealots are going to get shredded by the Lurker field. No! The Zealots actually breaking through. The Lurkers were burrowed too late. And oh my god, Lancer X might actually just break through here. 177 supply to 102. He suddenly has a massive supply lead. Even though he has only Zealots and Dragoons, he is somehow breaking through the Zerg, but no, his Zealots are now almost entirely gone. They are now entirely gone. He has only Dragoons, and against Dark Swarm, that is not going to do anything.
Yeah, but his Swarm's not going to last too much longer. He's going to have to consume and lay down another Dark Swarm just to hold on to this position, but it's still not a great position for him. He needs to re-macro some kind of army straight away, and he's not doing the best job. 2k minerals in the bank, whereas Lancer X is macroed.
Oh, we've got a drop in the main Elegant.
Oh, we do have quite a significant drop in the main, actually. Lots of Lings in there. There's Defilers as well. This could be really, really nice for Zero. Really nice backstab move from him right there, and this is going to be difficult for Lancer.
There's like 10 High Templars here, what the hell? Oh man, oh, go for the pylons! Get the pylons! The pylons! Oh, he's not going to get the pylons. And actually, this drop doesn't do quite as much damage as I thought. Meanwhile, Lancer X also securing that 12 o'clock expo. So yeah, it looks like he just like killed one gateway and maybe a couple of units. He might get a second gateway here, actually.
a few High Templars they've popped out, but I don't know if that's entirely worth it. I guess he saved himself fighting against a few Archons there, but yeah, I'm not really sure that was entirely worth it. However, it did get him some decent respite with which to regain some map control, and that is definitely worth having. Going into the bottom right corner now, but there's no way he's going to be able to take that on. Lots of photon cannons, whole lot of Psy Storm waiting for him there as well. It would take so many units to actually break through that.
Indeed it would, although he could just do it with one Dark Swarm. Actually, no, there's Storms, but still. A couple of Dark Swarms and good positioning. Oh, wait, what the hell? This random High Templar just going ham there. I don't know what that was for. He should have saved that so he could storm them when the Defilers came in. But there we go. The Defiler now going down. He does still have 2 Storms on that High Templar. He actually hasn't got the High Templar energy upgrade yet, so he only has 2 Storms instead of 3. But I don't know if he's going to get that. Anyway, Ultra's Cavern, though, is done. Do we see any Ultras yet? No Ultras yet. I don't see the Ultras upgrades. Okay, the Ultra upgrade now just starting. In the meantime, here we go. Attack on the bottom right. There's the first Dark Storm. There are a couple of Zealots now here as well. He's not going in with all the Zerglings, perhaps trying to bait out the Storm, but Lancer X either isn't paying attention or just doesn't feel like it. Oh, there we go. Storms as the rest of the Zerglings come in. And that's going to be easy cleanup.
Yeah, that was pretty... Oh, but Lancer X actually missed storming. He accidentally stormed on his own Nexus. And so all those cannons are still just shooting into the Dark Swarm, but it looks like there's way too little to actually be able to take that Nexus down in time. That's probably going to hang on for a bit and then eventually go down. That was really pretty fruitless for Zero, and his supply is falling quite drastically behind right now. He is attempting to get the top left-hand corner, but that's blocked by one single lone Zealot doing its thing up there, so that's not too great for poor old Zero, and he's now going to head off against an army which he can't actually possibly face.
Plague! Plague! Only gets 5 Dragoons though.
Yeah. And this is starting to look really, really bad for Zero, whereas at one point it was actually looking quite decent, but Lancer X has been able to split the map quite favourably at this point, and I can't really see any way for Zero to wrestle that off him given the current state of things, with the supply so far in Lancer X's favour.
Oh, we do have an attack by Lancer X though. If he gets a bad position, if Zero gets a good engage, this could change the game. A nice Plague! This time grabs like 10 Dragoons. However, I don't see any units. I do see some Ultras, but they don't have the armor upgrade just yet. And I don't see where the rest of the army is. Oh my god, Zero just having a few scattered units picked apart here. Where are the rest of his forces? Getting caught with his pants down. Oh my god!
That is
Zero.
That's his entire force, man. I was thinking the same thing, and I was looking around for like, where are the rest of his units? But that was actually his entire army, even at this late stage. He's had quite a lot of the money in the bank at several points. He's now got a big crop of Ultralists on the way, but I think that even with lots of Ultralists on the way, it's still going to be too late, and I don't know if it's even that many anyway. He's just got a handful on their way in, maybe 6 or 7, but it's not going to be enough against this army that Lancer X has remaining to him. Lancer X is going to be able to do a lot of damage before he's flushed out. GG!
GG! Oh man, he didn't even have the Ultra Carapace upgrade. Lancer X attacked at the perfect time. If he had attacked a minute later, I think Zero might have had the Ultra upgrades. He would have had like all those Ultras finished, and it would have been a much different story. But damn, Lancer X taking him down.
And in that whole thing, Zero did not win a single game.
Damn.
Not one.
Wait, I think we might have the final standings now on the computer. Hold on, let me see. Do we have the final standings? Oh, it's not updated yet. It's not updated. But I think. Wait, what the hell? Oh my god! I had no idea you could mouse over this thing, dude. You can mouse over the grid, and it like does some fancy thing, and it shows you the cross pattern.
That's pretty sick.
Dude, this is so cool. Oh my god. What?
That's awesome.
Guys, this is crazy.
That was really good.
Oh man, this is so cool.
Has that blown your mind? Wow, Wallace just got his ass handed to him. 0-1-0-1-0-1-0-1-0. Ouch. Bad times to be Wallace. And yeah, I believe Zero didn't win a single game.
Well, see, it depends on how you look at it, Elegant. If you look at this column, it's all 1-0s for Wallace. See? Yeah, you gotta be a glass half full kind of guy. See?
Yeah, I guess you do.
If you look at the row, it's red, but if you look at the column, it's green. I'm just saying, guys.
That's what? Oh, I understand. Okay, I'm with you.
Alright, anyway, we do have the final standings, though, from our lovely organizer, Tupacalypse. In first place, we, of course, have Scan, the Mega Gosu Terran. In second, we have Eon Zerg. In third, we have Siki, so not second, as I think a lot of people would have anticipated. And in fourth, we have Julia, so Scan plus 3 Zergs. And no Protoss heroes, unfortunately, this day.
Damn, that's just depressing. Not even Dion Max, who played so well on the final day of the round robin tournament. I feel like he's definitely going to be one to watch in the future after that performance. But
dude,
not today.
We need like a Dianmax Koost hybrid. So like the Dianmax portion of him just kills all the Zergs, and then the Koost portion just cheeses out Scan, and he'd be like the unstoppable Protoss.
Yeah, he'd be awesome. Maybe they should get their heads together for the next one. And play under one Uber name.
Yeah, combo toss. Do
like
a DBZ style fusion.
Yeah,
it's like fuse into one Mega Toss. Oh man, that'd be so good.
That ought to happen.
All right, so there you go, guys. And of course, so those 4 players will go into a double elimination bracket with first and second place being seeded straight into the winners finals, and then the other 2 guys in the losers bracket starting off. And then we'll be casting all of those games tomorrow. So those playoff games, they'll be best of 3 until the finals, which will be a best of 5 to determine who gets the prize. I don't actually know what the prize pool is. Hold on, let me go see what the prize pool is for this tournament.
It's alright now, I think it got going.
Yeah, a lot of people donated actually. So
yeah, people were pretty keen.
Pretty good. All right, let's see. Oh man, oh my god. All right, $260 for first, $140 for second, and $67 for third. That is a pretty badass prize pool. Thank you to the BGH.com and Starspawns.cc and all the random people who donated to this tournament. You guys are pretty awesome.
Yeah, not bad at all. Clearly the passion for Summer Brood War is still burning hot in the community. We like it. Thank you very much, everybody who has put anything towards this tournament. Hopefully it works out nicely for sponsors as well. Go and check them out. If you have just a few minutes to spare, click on the BGH.com, click on Starspawns.cc and just see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, in case anyone wasn't aware, next weekend will be the Brood War Reunion Tour. If you don't know about that, then you should. Hold on, let me go back to good old TL. Where's this thread? Brood War Reunion Tournament. There you go. It's got like 20 pages of discussion already, so I'm sure most people know about it. But basically, this guy Artanis went and just rounded up all of these old school players and got them to play in a tournament, and I will be hosting that. It's not going to be like a proper cast. Basically, I'm going to be like semi-casting it, semi-hosting it with like different pros. So I'm actually going to have them on Skype, and we're just going to like sort of just talk about the games and stuff. So it's going to be really awesome. As you can see, some huge names here: Sen, Mondragon, Paranoid. All these guys are all playing TT1, awesome. Hey Pro. I mean, this is really awesome, and not only that, but Artanis has been posting interviews with all these players as well.
Good interviews,
so yeah, you guys should check those out. Apparently there's links in the thread. Well, it's actually really well organized. I didn't realize that the interview links were here as well. So that's pretty cool. So you guys should definitely check this out if you weren't aware already. Some huge names are coming back to play. This is going to be next weekend as well. And guys, I don't know if I'm supposed to announce it. Maybe I think I can. But then after next weekend, we're going to have another tournament coming up. I don't actually know what it's going to be called yet, but it's basically non-stop Brood War action for like the next 2 months or something ridiculous. So, yeah, it's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet.
Yeah, hold on to your hats. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be more than you can watch. It's going to be flooded with Brood War goodness.
Exactly.
It's super inspiring stuff. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it all.
Whew. All right. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching then. And I think we'll call it a night for tonight, and see you all tomorrow for the playoffs of the Brood War Open Heat. Open Heat.
Yeah. Open Heat. You got it.
All right. Anyway, that's all from us. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys.